No.
Okay, it is started.
Okay. I'm gonna start off by reconning one thing with Lucius. I already talked to Raizo about it. So I forgot about his drug effects and the way he became like all animal type thing when he rolled a D10. So I completely and utterly changed his drug because if I remembered at that time and he got that roll, the outcome with him entering the staff area would have changed completely. So that's reconned. Instead, we're gonna start with Lucius. Give me a 1d6 since, or less. Okay, I'll give you the two options. Do you still want to take the dose that you did, or do you want to recon that and not got a dose? Instead, you just got like a little sample, like a little.
We can keep it at the same.
Cover. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. I was too busy dealing with a contractor that came over today and reviewing all my notes for today's session that I didn't think of doing a recap. So I hope you guys remember, because I barely remember.
You know what you could do? Make us do the recap.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind writing it for you.
I mean, we could just read Karin's lovely recap notes.
Yeah, he does
That's
have that.
This is true.
All I remember is TLDR Swan fucked Eve up. Lucius became a fish man for a moment, unless that's
No,
recon.
recon.
Now.
Recon.
Recon. Yeah.
The attacks are also over.
We're all finally back together. Rael is now the second mom of the group, making sure we do shit.
Why are we saying recon?
Retcon.
You guys were saying recon.
Yeah, I'm saying retcon. I knew what she meant.
We're reconning the retcon, or retcon
What
the
the-
recon.
What the?
We're redoing the recon of the retcon.
Okay, stop.
This is why I'm confused. Carry on.
Sorry.
Rael, Lylana, and Karn may have made a scary contract with
And not a warlock.
a
Very
totally not scary halfling.
Yeah.
I didn't forget about Toshi. I will finish that and I will give it to you before it's finalized and everything.
And then we all met up, and Ephraim's tattoo burned, and we were like, oh my god, what happened to you? And then we decided to go into the staff area. And that's where we left off.
I forgot the Kinku's with us now.
Yeah, the Kenku's with
Yep.
us.
That Ephraim almost put a fucking knife to her head.
A
knife?
It was his
More
sword,
like-
dude.
But Ephraim
Sword.
got Dan's saddlebag back, and also you guys learned from Diana that normally those who visit lights, they don't tend to come back.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's been a
And-
great session, guys. Nice knowing you.
And you also haven't seen Burley in quite a long time.
Oh, don't say that.
I say you barely did.
Burley.
Mm,
We got us another Rhizo murder mystery to solve.
Okay.
killed Burley?
And with that, why am I in this tab? And with that, you guys entered the staff area.
What?
Does everyone see the map?
Yep.
Okay. So
Where did we enter at?
where
The bottom
you're,
left.
Bottom left.
yeah.
Well, this
So-
map is really weird.
Oh, I see. Okay, wow. Oh my god.
So you can move your tokens. Probably around here if you want to, since you just entered.
For reference, where were the boxes that Lucius and Ashton hid behind?
Where's the Kenku too?
Oh yeah, because I need a token for her.
Yeah, we need kerosene.
Steam.
Nope, steam.
Kettle steam. I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, we have a Steve now?
I'm gonna
Steam
kill
or-
you.
Kettle
Right,
steam.
okay.
Yes.
Was I saying it correctly? Kettle steam or kettle steen?
Kettle steam.
Yeah, so I said it correctly.
We're just
Fiddlestein.
gonna call him
I'm gonna
Stove.
lose it.
Alright, I'm gonna call her
Yeah,
Romstein now.
Stop.
I'm just gonna
Kettle
call her
Steve.
Stove. Kettle Stove.
I guess. So the boxes, they're over here. The ones that Lucius and Ashen were like hiding behind. Lucius, you do recognize that this tent here is the one you're supposed to get your orders from.
Which one?
The purple one right here.
Okay. Cool.
I guess everyone, let's start off with the first roll of the session. Everyone give me a perception check.
Oh, that's right. I'm not using real dice.
Natural 20. Holy shit.
12.
Nice.
Wait, are we using real dice or no?
I was about to use real dice out of habit, but I forgot I have it.
You can do either or, whatever you guys want.
But I don't know my my modifiers.
Eve is still blind as fuck. Nothing else has changed.
So I did want to point out for flavor that walking into the staff area, Lylena clutched her holy symbol, and said like a quiet prayer to
You're a
Istis.
flavor.
Huh?
You're a flavor.
Your face is a flavor.
Ooh,
Ugh.
Mom,
Tastes
I
like
love
salt.
you both.
delish flavor.
True. True.
I don't know what flavor Kettle Steve is.
Chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Not flavor. Karn has his mask on.
Mask up.
Glancing around, you do see some like staff members, just chilling. Some of them are going in and out of their wagons or tents. We see some tables have like food on them. Some of them are like half eaten. Some of them are still freshly made and freshly cooked. There's the storage boxes that Lucian and Ashwin recognize off to the right of you guys. Lylena, Rael, and Lucius, you got a 10? You won't know until you get closer for that one. Y'all immediately see this humongous purple tent, and it's kind of suspicious, kind of like looking, but you don't know why or how so. Lylena, with your natural 20, looking around further, you do see.
You cut out.
Hello?
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 You're bad.
For some reason, my mic shut off.
That's weird.
Okay, what was the last thing that went through?
You see-
Lylena with her
I saw
special
something.
20.
You see the wagon and the two tents towards in the very, very back, with like sparkling lights on top of the roofs, with like fireflies dancing around. Lucius and Ephraim, you already know that area.
This is the right one that I went into? The one on the
Yeah,
right?
you went to the red one.
Oh, the one on the left. Okay, cool. I'd point that out to folks. That's where I went.
That's light tent. It's very gaudy.
Kettle Steam. That's your name, right?
She nods.
Do you happen to know anything that might help us if we talk with Mr. Witch or Mr. Light?
She shakes her head no.
You don't know anything about them?
Just that they're the owners and they're hiding something.
Oh, Mari, I wanted to ask about that, a history check on, like, to see if I would know anything about Kenkus?
Go for it.
Whip out that Pokedex.
14?
With that, you tend to know that normally their voice sometimes isn't theirs.
Okay, so I would have read a little bit about them.
Briefly, but they're not too much.
They
Okay.
lay eggs. You know that.
What'd you say, Toshi?
They lay eggs. You know that.
That's
God.
And apparently it tastes like chicken.
Okay, well,
This teal fixture next to us, is that a tent? To our
Yep.
left?
So these colorful circles, these are all tents. Very decorative in different patterns, different shades of color. These wagons, right here. Some of them are used for storage. Some of them are could be like housing for some of the staff members.
I like how they're shaped like mushrooms.
Yeah, I like that aesthetic.
well, I would like to personally, I would like to speak with Mr. Witch or Mr. Light and maybe figure out what's going on here at this carnival. What do you guys think?
I was gonna ask Rael if he had a plan.
Man, we're still
Sorry,
trying
I
to
don't
talk
know
to
that person's name.
Mr. Light.
Lyle.
I take you out back and slit your throat. I don't know.
Well, that's our
Wow.
first death
Well,
of the
we're down
game.
at.
Well,
Oh,
second death.
down
hold on real
paladin.
quick. Taka, I'm dragging you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Mr. Turtle Man.
There
He's
goes,
Do
Mr.
you have a plan?
there goes Monk Bro.
Mr. Turtle Man.
We're gonna make a song out of it, Mr. Turtle Man. Yes. We need to scout ahead. Hey Eve, I need you to scout ahead for me. Puts me on bow.
So something's up with the purple tent that's right in front of us. Isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
something. It looks
Valsis's-
strange or something, I think.
it's Valsis's tent or some shit.
Stranger danger.
That's also the tent I'm supposed to go to.
Yeah, that's Valsis's
Steve.
tent.
Yeah.
These distances are doubled.
Are they?
Oh,
Oh, they
I-
are doubled. Why?
Asking for a friend.
That's definitely seems double.
Ah, yes.
Because a
It's-
square is supposed to be 5, isn't it?
Typically,
yeah. One square is 5 generally, yes.
Well, Mari can clarify.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's probably just the map was
yeah.
set up wrong.
It's half the grid size and the map setup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mari, question for you.
Yes.
Is the grid actually accurate to what we should be using as distance? Because he
No.
swears 10. Okay, that's what we figured.
Ashrin. You guys kind of see Ashrin look maybe a little bewildered as he stepped into this area. And shakily, he starts walking forward without any of your guys' consent or acknowledgement. And he walks straight up to the back of this purple tent.
Ashrin,
Ashrin!
Right.
And he begins to slide his claw down the back of the tent.
Ashrin, what are you doing?
Catnip.
Before you were able to slash the tent, you run into a barrier
Around the tent?
around the tent.
Is he not responding to us?
Ashrin.
Ashrin, what are you doing?
Must enter.
Why?
Seeking.
Yeah, why? What
What's going on?
cause do you have to do that?
I'm gonna start moving around the tent, trying to find an opening into the barrier.
I'm gonna follow. I'm going with.
This is not good. This is no bueno.
I just want to sneak in between the two tents, and if I can, use divine sense.
That skill lets you sense basically like signature stuff, right? Remember correctly?
It's
The
very
location
specific.
of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Smooth.
Right.
So a big
Well, a
lead
tent
block.
would be total cover, wouldn't it?
Most likely.
Yes.
Welp, what do you
What
sense?
Is that?
Everything he sensed before when he did it in the
Right? Oh, look, there's two celestials right next to you.
Yeah.
Does
so
it detect Fae?
Fiend,
No.
celestial, or undead.
What was the
so
first one?
you
Fiend, celestial, undead.
Oh, okay.
so you sense celestial energy coming from Lylana and Karn, and you sense some kind of sinister energy, the same you saw sensed before from Ashrin. Rael, around this time, the ring that Eliwick gave you begins to glow, and you hear Eliwick's voice echoing in your head. I sense that this may be a connection. If you wish, I can bring down the barrier and you may get closer. But be warned, my visions doesn't see past this.
Karn's gonna briskly step in front of Ashrin to take a look at his face. Does the deer's eyes look normal, glazed over, possessed, dead? Eyeballs missing?
Wait, repeat that. Sorry, I was reading something.
Does Ashrin's face look normal?
Give me a perception roll.
30-20.
30-20. You see from his pack like a dark aura kind of emanating from it, and his eyes is a little glazed over and focused.
Question, real quick question, because
Mhm.
whenever we were talking about the tents earlier, you mentioned purple, and there's like 5 purple tents in here. The one we're right now in front of, that's the tent that Ephraim went in.
No, he went to the one where all the way in the top left, the big red, and then we assume the other one is in the big green. But The tent in front of us is where Lucius was supposed to get orders.
Yep. So that's why I'm like, what is in this? In this tent?
And apparently there's catnip in there. So
Yeah. Which now I'm cautious for. This don't feel right.
Yeah, I'm surprised one of you guys, Eve would probably say, "Eek, the cat's creeping me out. Slap it, do something."
I'll back up the. I'll back up
Does
the cat.
Rael
I'm
want
going.
to respond?
I'm talking.
That's what I say. Let him talk.
Right? The man is actually responding at the moment.
Like fuck. I'm going to say to Lylena and Karn to hold on to Ashrin. Like grapple him. And as soon as they do, I'm gonna see how he reacts, and if he doesn't, I'm going to tap the ring on the barrier. Assuming that would do the trick.
I will try and take Ashran's arm and like grab hold of him and turn him around to like see his face.
Ashrin will struggle.
Karn will assist with restraint.
Is there like windows, open spaces on this here tent?
Give me a perception check. And Rael, okay, so sorry, I was trying to listen over to you, but Ko is laughing in the background. So Karn and Lylena are gonna reframe Ashrin, and then you're gonna put the ring towards the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay. Acrobatics check.
I think he wants to try and not be restrained by us.
Yeah, he's resisting the temple grapple.
He is
That'd
resisting
be
arrest.
a strength check on their part, right, Taka?
Athletics, yeah.
It's a opposed acrobatics / or athletics.
Yeah, you can use one or the other.
Lylena and Karn, go ahead and do that. In the meantime, Rael, you place the ring over the barrier, and you hear Eliwix.
I think he just I think he wanted to wait until to see if we could restrain him, right?
I'm going to assume that two people can restrain one person and still going to do it.
Okay.
Well, Karn's doing great so far.
I mean,
Well,
13.
I still do what I do. So
You place the ring on the barrier. You hear Eliwix's voice echo in your head.
So we're not able to
It
restrain.
is.
Nope.
Okay.
It
I'm
is.
wiggly.
The barrier is now down, but once again, be careful. I don't see past this.
The barrier
what-
gone, I slash open the tent.
But what you hear and see, I will hear and see as well. So, Ashrin, you're just gonna go and try and slash the tent open?
Yep.
Ashrin, stop!
he wants
Okay,
that catnip.
Ashrin, give me a strength saving throw.
Oh boy.
20.
Nice.
As you went to go lunge after the barrier somehow went down, you're not sure how. You lunge for the tent again, and as you try to slash it, you run into another barrier. But thankfully, you weren't injured this time.
seeing that, I'm going to see if I can even touch the tent itself.
You run your hands over it and you feel another barrier, but it doesn't react to the ring. If for those people who are into the arcane magic, can give me an arcana check, and if you're not, go ahead and give me a perception check.
My turn to shine, boys. Never mind.
Pat. What was the check? Sorry. Perception?
Arcana or perception?
Okay. Also, was this thing have any openings or any windows, or does Ashford at least leave a gash in the team?
No gash, but I'm gonna start from the top. Eve, with that check, you seen runes around this barrier this time, but that's about it. Lucius with a natural 20. There's nothing, no windows, no there's like a little zip door to get inside the tents, but when natural 20, you start hearing voices. They're a bit muffled, but you do hear some voices.
From the inside?
Mm-hmm.
Can I pick up on anything that they might be saying? Or is it just like listen to a Charlie Brown adult?
Pretty much that. But both Epic and you, Lucius, you hear a lot of not the voices, but you hear some kind of like things potentially might be breaking, ruffling, going inside.
Ooh, so does that mean the voices sound kind of aggressive? Does it sound like an argument?
You're unsure.
Hey guys, I think they're arguing in there or something. It sounds messy in there.
Where are those runes at particular? Like, I can see them, I'm guessing.
They're pretty much like all over.
You know, I like to get myself in trouble. I'm gonna put my hand on and use detect magic. Or not detect magic, identify. What could go wrong this time, guys?
Facts.
I have one spell slot left.
Is the Kenku following us?
So link me that spell again. You can do a perception check, Lena.
How do you link it on, Oh.
Just click the description.
I guess I just want to see what type of thing is affecting it, and obviously a barrier, but maybe I can help identify the runes with it too.
I rolled the 18 perception.
Let me.
And I'm not ritualing it. There's no way we're
Is
waiting
that
10 minutes.
higher than your
It still
passive?
takes a minute though, Selphos.
Okay, well, I have DoorDash calling me. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll channel for a minute. Here, back.
Yeah, you don't see the Kenku.
Oh no.
Excuse me? The Kenku was there and now it's not?
Yeah, the moment y'all went through the barrier, she was with you guys. But now she's not anymore. If everyone wants to, and Lana points it out, everyone can roll like a perception check.
I would point it out. I would say, oh no, the Kenku's gone.
Karn's more worried about Ashrin.
Mari, real quick, Mari.
Yeah.
Is the ring a two-way communication?
I can, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to whisper into it, basically saying, "There's another. How do I phrase it? There's a runic barrier behind the barrier that you just took down."
Yo, dog, I heard you like barriers.
So put a barrier in your barrier.
Now, are you saying this when you're near the second barrier or a little away?
Assuming that since I don't know what it is, I'm assuming I'm still near the second barrier.
Barriers are like an onion, they're full of layers.
You don't get a response back.
I guess while everybody's kind of looking for the Kenku, Karn, Ashen, that thing that I saw, is that just in like the side pack? Is it in your knapsack, or like where is it?
It would be my like backpack.
I just glanced
My
around, noticed
pouch
the
of holding.
Kinku's not there, and told everybody.
Oh, it's in bag of holding.
Mhm.
I probably couldn't take it then. Never mind.
If-
Wait,
if-
would I even see it then if it's in a bag of holding?
The way it was described to me is it's exuding a dark aura. So if you saw it, you saw it.
If we want to try to see into this tent, I could try to pull the window patch off of my robe and put it on the tent. I don't know if it would work, but
I'm more worried about
option.
what Ashrin's doing. He's not responding.
Karn's gonna try. Well, Karn's gonna try to take the item that's exuding the dark aura. You let me know if that's possible or what I have to do.
If you attempt it, I will attack your hand or like bat it aside, at the very least.
It's up to the DM. I'm trying to sneakily do this while you seem to be indisposed with the barrier inside the barrier. So
Yeah,
Vicky, I'm trying.
that's up
I'm
to
trying.
Mari.
I'm trying to see if I can do a sleight of hand.
Go for it. And Ashrin, if you feel like you're more hyper aware, you can roll against it.
I'll message you something, Mark.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Slide it in, baby.
You're still like past the first barrier, right, Toshi?
Yep.
Okay.
Those were flavor text because technically I would not know how the ring works entirely. But
Yeah.
right?
What's going on?
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
One-on-one convo.
So I notice it. Yes.
Would it be perception or?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do perception.
Sure.
But since it's the thing we're talking about, I'm gonna let it be an advantage.
Doesn't notice.
Okay. Karn, do your thing.
All right, so Karn's gonna stick his hand into the bag of holding and focus on the dark aura to try to have it materialize in my hands and take it out of Ashen's pack. And he's just gonna, whatever he walks out with of that pack, he's going to back away with it, hide it behind him, and then see if Ashen snaps out of it.
The moment you try to get materialized into your hand, oh. Give
Hard
me
dice.
a Constitution saving throw.
$21. Natural 18 plus 3.
I need more dice.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Karn had damage,
Let's
right?
go.
All good. No, all good, man.
Karn, what did you do?
I don't know. I'm about to figure out. I think I'm gonna lose one of my hands, probably.
He forgot their anniversary.
I was really just trying to materialize a bouquet of flowers. Hoping Ashrin had one.
Magic.
Hoping Ashrin had one.
What do you mean a ninja cat doesn't have a flower in his bag of holding?
He has a pot of catnip.
Also, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Wait, no, a strength. Correction, strength.
Strength.
Yes.
Well, I won't let it on the floor. 6.
6, you said?
Yep.
Okay, the moment that Ashrin is like preoccupied, you decide to figure out what is going on with this energy you are seeing coming from his bag. You try to reach in, materialize, but the moment you put your hand in the bag, you are immediately flung 20 feet, and you take
Ooh, shit.
Oh, it's only a couple dice. You're fine.
Would that be 40 feet because of the weird?
It would be
Distance?
10
No, it'd
feet.
just be 2
Opposite.
squares.
10, one
Wait,
square.
but she said that
Oh, 2 squares. Oh.
she said that the squares weren't
Right, the squares.
accurate.
No, she said the squares were 10 feet.
5
Mhm.
feet, she said.
They're 5.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's 4 squares.
So still 4 squares.
I know. Well, I guess I have to figure out which direction I'm getting flung.
Yeah.
I assume. Yeah, I would assume.
Total.
This is going to
perpendicular
make
to
me
me?
noise.
you take 30 points of damage.
38.
21. I heard 30, but
I heard 30.
Oh,
30.
No,
Oh,
38.
oh, okay.
38.
So you get flunked, and you just get tossed and like pretty much soccer punch in your entire body with this black signature energy, and you just hear, oh gosh, hold on.
What?
Well, that's what we hear. We hear a Badoop.
You should, but
But
yeah.
That sounds great.
This
Don't try to
Badoop-
take my stuff.
Yeah, man.
Tell-
Que pasa?
He
Now you
had-
know. Don't touch my stuff.
What
The
fucking
cursed-
catnip do you have in that bag,
No,
man?
the first item is a beat of force, so he got forced out of his bag.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Checks out.
Get out of my bag, no jutsu. He's a monk, so clearly
No.
he's also a ninja.
He literally just said, that's not your purse. Let go of my purse.
Which direction did he get flung? Like
I don't
where
know
did he
you.
get flung?
I
Well,
would say
Karn-
if I had like a spell to slow that down, but I do not.
You know, if
I
only we had a
assume
thing called
somewhere here.
healing right now, because Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna run
Me and Ellie had
after
a chat
you.
about healing.
Seeing you get fucking flung, I'm gonna run over to you.
And while you guys are distracted, Ashrin's gonna walk around the tent and try to find the opening still.
Look, I'm trying to channel a freaking identify of this stupid thing.
Karn, what happened?
Ryle,
I-
give
I-
me
Hold
a perception check.
Sorry, who gets the perception?
Yeah.
Ryle.
Oh.
Oh man.
I hate this fucking
No.
virtual dice. Bro,
You,
it
you
plopped
have
on
actual
the, it
dice.
plopped. It plopped on the board. It did not roll. Like, what kind of bullshit is this?
It's okay,
Okay.
roll in your
Whatever.
hand.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a 7. It's a 7. It's a 7. No, it's a 7.
Okay. Well, thankfully, you didn't need that much high. I But the ring on your finger is trying to get your attention.
I'm gonna back away and open up Skype.
Oh, Skype. Ugh.
Oh, please.
Those days.
Oh,
Huh.
Stop the trauma right now.
Do I notice that Karn
Pat.
got real hurt from doing whatever that was?
He's got the curse fire from Naruto on him right now.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
He just got Fusro dot across the room.
No, she described it that he's covered in pretty much like black smoke, curse stuff.
Okay.
Mallow just pull a dice. Hold on.
Now, does anyone
Okay.
notice that our friend has been yeeted across the room?
I did.
Nah, I'm
I
too
don't
busy
care.
identifying the freaking runes right now to notice.
I mean,
I'm-
I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about like any of the bystanders in the area.
Oh yeah, they
yeah,
noticed.
I was gonna say.
Lucius, give me
Before-
some of your drugs. It'll help.
I'm gonna.
Real quick. Rael, you said you're backing up again and trying to.
Yes.
Okay. So, were you looking at the ring the entire time you were backing up?
Yeah, because basically have it shoved close to my
Okay.
face, basically like hello, hello,
Okay,
hello.
So, when you were inside the area of after getting past the first barrier, the ring was like flickering intensely, like it was trying to communicate to you. But then you back up and it started to bright again, and you hear Eliwick's voice going, "Yes."
Okay. So, how much of that were you able to see based on what you said before? I still don't know how this ring works on both channels.
Well, I will see and hear what you see and hear. And I saw there's a second barrier, but I wasn't able to do anything for you.
Okay, that's what I figured. Were you able to hear the voices inside of the tent, or
I think I'm the only one that's been able to hear the voices.
I don't know? Maybe
inside
she
of the
heard it. I don't know. I know I didn't hear it, but maybe she did. I don't know.
I did.
That's why, like, I've been moving around the tent trying to figure out the voices to try to get a view inside. So I'm kind of off doing, like, me and Asher are basically doing the same thing, but I'm just not possessed by the action.
That you know of.
Possessed by the DM.
Ellie responds, "No, I tried. I sense there's something in there, but that's it.
Oh, thank you.
Normally, I can get glimpses of the future, but this area I'm having difficulties with."
Okay, so one of our compatriots did mention they have a patch that lets them make a window. Do you think that would work?
No, but we can try it if you want.
What do you think it'll work?
Ellie responds,
It'll work. Shit.
"I feel like you could try, but normally if it was a barrier, it's a barrier. If it was that simple, a barrier would be useless."
I relay that to Ephraim's like your call since it's your patch, but two of our one of them wants to go in. Karn just got blasted off of Kingdom Come, so be careful? Question mark.
If he doesn't think it will work, then it's probably not worth it.
Anyway, he started blasting.
Ashton's just gonna go straight for the opening if you can find it.
So, wait, someone blasted something?
No. Me.
Not yet. Not.
Not yet.
Cell's making a meme.
What the fuck? How do you like
The
this?
cat's
Ashford, calm down. Don't scratch the turtle.
Go to bed. Ah.
Lylena reaches down to help Karn. Are you okay?
No. Everything kind of burns right now.
Pretty sure 38 damage.
Struggling.
He's
to get
like,
up.
I put a hand on him and I cast Healing Hands.
Did I suffer?
That
Burn.
is supposed to be 3d4. So
One of them's a 4.
One of them's a 4.
What kind of damage did I suffer? Was it fire?
Good
Wow.
lord!
Holy Mother of Mary.
I've never seen that happen.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh, I see
god.
it's the
D8,
curse.
Hold on, hold on,
The
hold
curse
on.
is interfering.
7 plus 2, I think.
44 or 3d4?
Now the question is.
It's 3d4. I'm wrong. Yeah, okay. So erase one of the ones. Yeah. 6 healing then. 4, 5.
Plus the
No,
2.
it's 8. Yeah, it's 8. 8 healing.
Lylena, since you're by Karn, give me a perception check on him.
It's contagious.
She gets blown back 40
12?
feet.
That's the second time I've rolled a 12 today.
Strength saving throw. Just kidding. Where he pretty much got yeeted at was like in his like direct torso, but you see like little black like singe on his arms. But with that roll, that's about it.
I'm just going to say that that perception was to see if I noticed Astrid kept going around the tent.
Definitely with that roll, you do.
Yeah, it was
Among
not
delicious.
intentional, but might as well use the roll that the cat did.
Oh, thanks, Cat. He's helping.
El Gato Rolo.
Well, basically, I'm just gonna start doing a perimeter to keep an eye out on Mr. Ashrin. If that's his real name.
I mean, this place has a door, right? So we've been checking out.
There's a door, yes.
Now I could go in here and receive my orders, but the draw to this place via Ashrin has got to be kind of cautious.
Kitty, oh.
Oh no,
I'm gonna say, Rael, since Eliwick is connected to you, wait, hold on. Eve, did you communicate about the runes on the barrier to everyone, or you just started casting before saying anything?
I just started casting before I said anything.
Great
Okay.
communication.
Eve is a little distraught right now. She's focusing on the runes. She has not noticed that Karn has played a reverse Dragonborn. She has noticed that Ashrin's a possessed puppet, but Eve is not really fond of Ashrin being a cat and all, so she's just ignoring Ashrin.
Oh, it's fond of me being a cat for some reason. Y'all are racist.
Listen.
Ashton's just going towards the opening unless Mari says otherwise.
I will actually go towards the door with you. I'm here.
And I'm just here still channeling Identify.
I'm just following the turtle.
Okay, so there is a door, but the door is connected to the tent, of course, but it's inside of the barrier.
Well,
I
Who
will
just
start.
disappeared?
I'm gonna knock on the barrier.
I will start
I
thrashing on the barrier.
Oh wait! Have a little bit of cautious, my kitty friend. All right. And
I think my
Rael, your
Somebody's
cat just
token just
deleted you.
disappeared.
yeah, my kitty deleted my token.
Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Control Z, Control Z.
Is it too late?
If only that
Hold on.
worked.
Get off. I
A
don't think it
human. I want to play.
You're gonna be in timeout soon if you keep doing this, please.
Okay, it's okay. I got you.
Oh wow, he
There you
tiny.
go.
I need to open up a notepad for the cat so that he doesn't mess with the browser.
He
You just
somehow
gotta get
hit.
a decoy keyboard.
I
Mhm.
should.
So Karn, as he's getting helped up by Leonard, is just gonna look around. How many people are looking at him right now?
Perception check.
30-20.
Quite a bit actually. Some of them just don't care. Thanks to Eliwick. With the staff bracelets, but some of them are approaching you.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, just a bad mishap with one of our acts. Nothing to see here. As I present the staff bracelet.
A group of people was approaching you. Thankfully, they were like in distance of being able to hear you. They go, oh, what the hell alarm?
It's 5 p.m.
Okay. They go, why are you over here anyway? What's with all your buddies just circling around Violet's tent? Violet's?
Just
Uh,
don't mind the fairy identifying the wall.
Oh, our halfling friend over there was on his way to get orders from the from Valsis, and the rest of us were just practicing our act. You know,
Act?
yeah, for the next big top, we're trying to put something new together to spice it up. Light's a little, light likes the flair.
You know.
Yeah, deception check.
We love playing with fire.
Oh no!
While you're doing that, they go, well, if he's getting orders, he can just walk in.
Well,
Well, that's a 2.
Uh-oh.
Plus,
0
For a total of
plus what it matters.
for a 8. It doesn't matter.
well, you've been caught.
You don't know that. I don't know that.
They go, right, okay. They all just look at each other, puzzling, and then they turn and walk towards the back part of the circle.
I turn. We need to hurry up right now. As I'm clutching my arm. Just tried to freaking tell them we belong here. Didn't work. These staff bracelets are useless. What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't.
Trying to talk to Rael about that shit went south with Ashrin.
Who's Rael? You mean Lyle?
Sorry, purple. The tunnel man.
Oh
Excuse
my
me.
god, here we go again.
Just pretend he's saying Lyle, okay?
well, now you gotta kill him.
Is that twice today you've had to kill him?
Let's go find
Well,
Ashrin.
So far.
Let's go find Ashrin. I don't know what's happening. Something happened to him? You said?
I don't know. Ashton's just.
Eve, around this time, I'm gonna drag you.
Uh-oh.
Wait, Ashrin?
No, Eve.
Okay, that's what to say.
I was waiting patiently for Lucius to knock on the opening.
I mean, I was not good, but that scene happened.
Alright.
Goddamn sentient item. Sure.
Here you go. Here's your dice on the floor. Go play with it. Go play with it.
Listen, I gave
There
Mari
you
some
go.
background details, and she was just like, "Cool." And now it's against us, and that's life.
What's
It is
going
what it is. It is
That's
what it is.
life.
That's why we play D&D.
I love it.
You know, I'm also terrified, and now that I see the bottom 10th of red and white, kind of reminds me of the Umbrella logo. This is all a zombie.
Oh no!
Everything here is.
Are we stars?
God, I
We're
hope
the-
not.
We're the original Stars unit who were not great at their job.
I think right now Ashwin would be Alice from the movies.
Wait, so who's gonna become the sandwich?
No. I vote for Eve.
You almost became an Eve sandwich.
Probably enough to fit on a sandwich.
I don't know, Toshi, but somebody did it to me, so I have to do it to
Okay.
you.
What do you have to do? What?
Oh, you curious? You got questions too? Here, one for you.
What are you talking about?
You're streaming, so you might want to turn this down.
Oh no. Oh no. Nope, not clicking on that.
It's not what you think it is. 100.
It is
Huh,
not
I'm
what
gonna
you think it
click
is.
on it on my phone here.
Okay, so Eve is currently by herself right now. As you guys are all, I don't know, watching the cat.
Me and the cat knocking at the front door. Like I'm knocking
All
on
right.
the door.
I send a message. You know, I'm just gonna take a wild swing. Actually, Rael, did we notice you doing something with the ring or no?
I wasn't being
Real
discreet.
quick. Lucius, you said you're attacking the barrier again?
Well, I'm knocking at the barrier because Ashford was scratching and clawing and
Look at
viciously
this
trying to get it.
Okay,
Oh,
both
God.
you and Ashrin, give me a strength saving throw.
You guys are gonna get punted again. God damn it.
Strength saving throw. Let me tell you, I am so efficient at strength. This is gonna go so well for me. You don't even know. You're not even ready for this. Oh my god.
Hold on. Rizzo, how much HP did you have again?
Not enough.
No. Well, how much did you have?
I have 13.
Oh,
Well, we're waking his ass up.
no.
Look,
He
they
might,
both rolled the same thing.
you might be dead.
I mean, we'll find out.
That was the bag, wasn't it?
That was the bag that did
Not the
that
barrier.
insane amount of damage.
Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind.
We don't know what the barrier does yet because everyone's passed the saving throw.
I would just like to note that we both got 11. I have -2. He has +2.
Yeah, I did see
You know,
that.
I'm just
Lucius.
gonna do this.
Lucius, I'm so proud of you.
You both take 10 points of damage.
Stop with the barrier, you fools! Eve has a message! Eve has a message!
Eve
Do
doesn't
we-
know what's going on. She's on the other side of the tent.
Did we
I
get
know.
blown back away or anything like that, or we just?
Yep, y'all get flung 10 feet.
Oh boy.
Can I see into the tent?
That's what I've been trying to do. No.
Well, I mean,
Nope.
with the entrance and stuff.
It's the door is sealed. There's no windows, no nothing. The tent's surrounded with the second barrier with runes all over it, but only Eve knows that part.
Give me a second to go grab my food real quick.
Miss DM,
Uh-oh.
do I hear the freaking conundrum they're doing over there on the other side of this tent?
Give me a perception.
No, I don't. Unless you like me.
But so, like, me talking to the ring was not as I was not being secretive about it.
Okay.
So
I guess.
So if you want to try to put two and two together, that I might be the one.
Yeah. Eve already knows then. Okay. So Eve's gonna be looking for you. Because there's some information I have identified. Mari, do I see any of them? Like, do I see Mom right here?
Sorry, was answering a question. What?
Do I see like any of these people?
Yeah, you just won't be able to really see where I
Asher and
placed
Lucis,
Raya's
Rael.
talking, Asher and Lucius.
Okay. I am not, so I don't make a bunch of attention. I am gonna point my hand towards lovely Mom and send her a message. It is now ringing. Does Mom answer?
Yes.
Hello, Mom. This is Eve. I know how to break the barrier down. Where the hell is everyone?
Everyone's around this side of the tent. Come over here.
Okay. Hangs up. Eve dashes the other side of the tent. I don't know how long it took. I don't know if Ashman's done another swipe at the stupid tent again. Wait, who's she so done? Did I kill Mari? Oh. I noticed Rael. Hey, did you do something to the barrier a moment ago?
Well, not me specifically, but I made a new friend that did. Do you figure out something about the other one?
Yes. So, this barrier is what we would call the.
Wait, hold on. I tap on the ring. You're listening in?
He was like looking at the ring, like the thing you're
Here,
talking to the ring.
are you like close to the second barrier?
No.
You're
Okay.
further?
Yeah.
You hear Eliwick's voice go, yeah, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead, Eve.
So, I have found out, and Mario, if I'm wrong, because my memory is really short right now, because I'm still waking up. What the fuck was that?
Okay.
That was a husky. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I fuck. So the first barrier was, from my point of view, somehow removed, which I guess Eva's figured out was Rael's doing. The second barrier is quite sinister, as we've all kind of found out, looking at Lucius getting his ass kicked. But it's also a bit weaker, and these runes could potentially, with the assistance of some people, be destroyed. Unless Miss Warlock, or I don't know who it is, whoever the person you're talking to, can somehow disable it herself and save us the trouble of taking damage. Did she get that?
I'm feeling all right. I can do it. I will do it myself.
Okay, Thanos.
Lucius, sort of bleeding on the floor, says, "Who the fuck uses so many goddamn barriers anyway?"
Eve looks at Lucius and says, "A sinister one."
How do we destroy the runes?
Physically destroy them.
Show them to me. I will do it.
Are there any runes where we're at, Mari?
There's runes all over. There's like everywhere. Like there's like some of them are like just are inches apart, but they cover the entire thing.
Oh my god, I would have to destroy
Pick
all
a
of them.
rune. Just pick a rune. We need to focus on one point. It's like chainmail.
Like hit it with an axe?
While they do that, can
I will go up and
can I relay that to Eliwick?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Wait, let Turtle Man talk to the ring before we do something. Because maybe the ring has better answer.
Hold on real quick.
Where'd Ashrin go?
Don't worry about it.
Bye, Ashrin. I guess while I'm saying all that, where's the cat?
Hold on. Okay. So back to Rael and Eliwick. What are you gonna relate to her?
Our fairy friend managed to garner that the second barrier, which is a more of a runic barrier, is indeed a bit weaker than the one you disabled already. So if you have any tips against runic barriers, we're all ears.
You heard back from her a runic barrier. There's a lot of runes, a lot of different types of barriers.
Eve, did you recognize what kind of runes they were?
I was just told it's a runic barrier. Unless I missed it, and Mari did tell me.
I'm gonna say
A
you did.
sinister runic barrier.
I don't think that's what she's looking for, but sure.
She says, when you get closer to that barrier, I can't really help. But, I think if you have those who study in arcane concentrate on tearing down, they can focus their energy on one rune and they may be able to tear it down.
Oh boy. I better chug a healing potion first.
So, did you say that thing about the domino effect on character or not?
Huh?
Was it that made the comment about turn one off and the rest go?
That
No.
wasn't me.
One of you said it.
Wasn't me.
Well, okay, then.
Is this ring like speaking out publicly to us, or is it just going in Ryel's head?
Heal.
Yeah, none of us have the ring besides him.
Well, I don't know if it has like a speaker on it or something. Shit.
I didn't specify the contract, alright? Maybe I should have put stereo on the ring too.
What is this stereo?
Anyways, I relay what you mentioned to me, basically saying everybody that specializes in Arcana can focus their energies into one of the runes, and that should turn the rest off.
Okay, I do
don't-
that.
I don't specialize in Arcana, but let me try before you do.
No, Eve says no, I got this.
I can try.
We're gonna do the rune that Mom is now covering, but magic. 12. Oh, Mari didn't tell me to roll. That was my fault. Sorry, Mari. Don't punish me. Don't punish me.
No, I'm just also.
Haha!
As a player, I just noticed something.
Yeah.
No one went and checked. That's all good.
Yeah, no one went to check.
He's already inside, probably. He found a way in.
Lucius is.
I did like.
So he did get yeeted to the other side of the tent.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure he walked off while I was healing myself, so I would have not paid attention. Like I've been like, where did the cat go? But I was too busy sipping out my regenerative ointment.
Your weed ointment.
Okay,
Mhm.
Eve, you're just doing it solo, or are you getting help?
I wanted to help.
Yeah, anyone can help. I'm not doing it solo.
Yeah, I can help.
It just has to be of like arcane, talents related.
Well, hopefully Lucius is arcane
There
inclined.
you go. I am not.
Oh, baby!
Yeah,
Oh,
because technically speaking, I think Ranger is primal magics, so I'm out.
Is cleric
Yeah,
arcane?
nice.
I'm
It's
assuming no.
not. No.
So I think it's just me and Lucius that can do it, technically.
It might just be you. If you're the only one who has proficiency in arcane.
Doesn't need proficiency.
Yeah, like my arcane is more of like off.
It doesn't. Yeah, it
Off
doesn't need
occult.
proficiency as long as your magic is based off of Arcana. She said.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So Lucius qualifies.
Okay.
You don't.
Can I be like there to, I don't know, provide cover if you fucking get shot at by something? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you can just be like a support body.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
be,
The tank that you always could be.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to be the tank.
Well,
I mean-
thanks. You're my hero.
Okay. Actually, with that natural 20, so give me a strength saving throw.
Mom, get ready to catch me.
Oh, me?
I'm going on a journey.
I'm mom. What do you mean?
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, so you take 3 points of damage. Lucius, since you got that natural 20, you're fine. But both of y'all combined, tell me exactly for your flavor, what are y'all attempting to do? Besides, like,
Any-
first, like, ruin the
If
breaking
I
the rune.
understand,
I'll let Lucius do it since he's the one that did the big hit. I'll just follow up with him.
yeah, if I understand this correctly, we're supposed to focus our arcane magic into the rune to be able to destroy it. So I will focus my strongest element at the time, which seems to be lightning, and I will try to kind of arcane or use that magic to destroy the rune on the barrier.
Eve tries to use her mage hand and tries to literally try to erase it with her mage hand. So not as effective, seemingly.
Okay. Y'all put all your efforts and energy, and you focused, and the barrier gradually starts to dissipate. It's gonna take roughly a few minutes to dissipate. During this time, what y'all don't see is that Ashran's physical form got impatient, used an ability, and got inside a barrier. And both of you guys, now both of the groups, Ashran and the other ones, y'all starts to hear the voices loud and clear. And I'm gonna wait for Epic to come back because I don't want y'all to miss this shit.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck.
You guys are gonna see Ashrin covered in blood.
Well,
Oh no!
anyway,
Other people's blood.
he started slashing.
So
You know,
I guess mini break. If you guys want, like, grab some snacks.
can
some
I drink a
drinks.
greater potion of healing before we start?
No.
Okay, damn. Oh,
Yeah,
you mean a
you're-
real life break?
You're currently busy, like, channeling your efforts on the breaking the rune thingy. You can't fucking.
T5e so.
This is why I drank my ointment. This is why I drank
Uh.
my ointment before we did that.
Yeah, you
I
can't do
can't hear you.
shit while you're busy.
Listen.
You're
You
busy.
didn't catch me.
You didn't need it.
It's okay. It's okay, Sil. I can make one of my arrows into a healing arrow and then shoot you.
Oh, sweet. You take 10 points of blunt damage, or not blunt, what would it be?
I'm just healing you for negative
Piercing,
damage. It's
right?
fine.
It would pierce damage me, but then it would heal me. It's like, I took so much. Oh, it feels good, actually. I mean, I guess it's
Yeah.
better than you launching me.
Yeah, it's just a potion arrow. Yeah. Yeah.
Potion. It's a happy arrow.
Makes you forget the pain.
Oh. So it's temporary hit points.
Sure.
Yay! Oh, Epic's back. But, yeah, I'm gonna get a drink.
I'm gonna get some water.
Epic, did you find the source of your burning?
Neighbor decided to have a campfire at 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, nice.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know where the burning's from, at least.
Yeah.
And hopefully your neighbor knows how to control a campfire.
Well, they usually would need a burn permit for any sort of burning.
That sounds like dumb laws. You should
It-
be able to burn anything down.
Well,
He has a fire pit, so he can burn up. He can have a fire.
Oh. See, when you say campfire, I thought you literally meant like he was getting wood and putting it together like in a field somewhere.
Oh, but for real talk, I've never heard of that sort of permit.
I think it
in
depends
Michigan,
on your-
you're required to have a burn permit for any sort of burning, leaf burning, campfire, anything. You have to go and get a burn permit from your local fire department.
Well, I hope
And
that's
if
not
you-
in here, because I already kind of did a bonfire.
And if
Hey,
you
yo.
don't, then it's a $1,500 fine.
Why does Michigan hate freedom?
Because Michigan is awful?
Because someone
Texas.
probably did. 'cause
Yeah, it's not the
probably
same in
so-
Texas.
It's probably someone did it, fucked up, and now they have to have
Yeah,
a
they
law.
literally burned down, California.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan didn't burn down California, or did they?
No, but I mean, they could.
I would be
The,
fine with
the
that,
whole
by
the
way.
whole reason for the burn permit is so that you don't cause a goddamn forest fire.
So it was Michigans that started fires in California because they can't start it in their own country. County.
Yes,
Mhm.
country, yes.
In Texas, you just can't do it in like the city or highly forested areas out in the country. But if like you live in like an
I live in
RV,
the fucking country, so
yeah, out there in Texas, we're fine. We burn it. We have a bunch of bonfires out there.
Yeah, unless there's a burn ban, you can do what you want up here in Washington.
Yeah, I've heard of burn bans, which is when shit's too fucking dry in the first place. So don't make it worse, dummies.
yeah. Then during burn bans, there's no burn permits allowed.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if you get caught, you're in big trouble, and you're also an asshole.
Oh yeah, that's like a $50,000 fine. Up even more if you do
Pretty
damage.
sure it's a jail sentence.
Yeah.
Not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Don't worry, Ashton is totally fine. He's in there having a time of his life with all the catnip.
Time of his life.
I'm surprised your cat's behaving right now, Ryu, unless you have a notepad file open.
I
I
threw
was-
a dice on the floor. He's playing with that dice.
I did not take good enough notes to know if Ephraim knows that Balsis is the name of the tiefling.
I think only Lucius knows.
Yeah, I would know, and I would
Didn't
have shared that
you
information with you.
just say that though to us?
Karn said it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Arn said that this was Valsis's tent.
I'm not 100%
Really?
sure
Oh, wow.
Karn knows that in character, but
I think-
That's what the people told him.
That's what Lucius, or yeah, the people.
What card?
Like,
now?
why are you
Oh,
messing
yeah,
with
yeah.
Valsis's tent?
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I know the name, but I don't know if Ephraim knows if
What?
if that name is who.
The
Yeah,
people
she was.
who were questioning you, they asked what we were doing in front of Valsis's tent. And they were asking if Karn knew the name Valsis, and we were explaining, yes, he does know the name Valsis because the people just said it.
I know who Valsis is. Does Ephraim know who Valsis is?
Well, Mari's AFK, so.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, there's so many characters. I don't remember everybody.
Pretty sure you do, though, because when I was in your session, I'm pretty sure you heard his name. During your solo session.
Really?
Pretty
I'm
sure
back.
you did.
I just got on the back on the tail end. No, he never heard of Valsis. The only one who heard was Lucius.
Okay.
Now that I don't
And now
remember if
Karn.
Lucius told anyone. That's the only thing I don't remember.
He
I
did not.
don't recall that. Yeah. So.
As far as I can gather now. Because we know we have a very special trait in this group called anti-socializing.
No fucking communication? Yeah, it's great. Super love that.
Which makes some people have mental breakdowns.
I mean, to be fair, I did make Lylina cry.
To be fair, I think we all made her cry.
Yep.
No, I specifically made her cry.
You did specifically. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was crying before, but she cried again more
Yeah, but
after you arrived.
Like, okay, I'm calm. So about your dad, fuck!
You know that thing you're supposed to read the room before you start talking, Ryu? I think your turtle
He
man
failed at
forgot
Don't
that
worry
one.
about that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
You failed.
amazing.
That was hilarious.
Mari,
Yeah.
you back?
Mari was
Okay,
back.
so would I have known anything that I would have said there? Then?
We were just talking about out of character stuff.
Yeah. It was more of like if we knew what the freaking clown boss that Lucius knew, if we knew, but we don't know because Lucius doesn't talk to us.
Okay, so I wouldn't have known, so I'm sorry.
He's
No, I
like
would-
that dad that would go to the store and get cigarettes and never come back.
No,
No,
I mean,
I definitely would have said something. I just didn't say it in character because my
Oh.
head's been sort of in a weird space today. Like I'm not fully woken up yet, but I definitely would have said something.
Never mind.
well, I know Karn and I now know that this is Valsis' tent because those random fucking people just said, "What you guys doing by Valsis tent?" And we were like, "Huh?"
Oh, this is Falsus' tent?
Taka, are you back?
Mhm.
Okay, dragging you.
Well, that's what happens. Remember that time that a turtle went into the freaking Hall of Illusions by himself first?
Yeah, I
Kind
do.
of reminds me of this.
I made it out fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah,
Made
not
it out with
full
like
HP.
3 HP.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sir, it was 4 HP.
Oh, I'm sorry. And didn't you literally have like no arrows left?
I mean, I had to restock, but technically yes.
Oh.
I still have arrows. I just need to spend an action to restock the quiver.
Yeah, that would have ended well for you.
reload. Reload the gun. Pew, 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 pew.
Wait, is this episode 10?
Yes.
Damn. We've had 10 sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So around this time, y'all managed to,
You want to tell the party that, Mari?
huh?
Did you want to tell the party that they saw me go in then?
Yeah, I'm about to get to there.
Okay.
Okay. So y'all managed, two of y'all, with Eve and Lucius, arcane magic, y'all broke a rune, and the barrier is gradually breaking apart. Everyone who was keeping an eye on Ashrin during the time that's not focused on the rune, y'all can give me a perception check if you want to. Lylana, you are focusing on.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fine.
Yay, Karn critted. I guess you don't have a concussion after all then, huh?
I think Rael would be the only one to also roll perception.
I don't know, because I was the one with the idea.
He was
idea.
talking to his
A-frame
brain.
too?
I wasn't watching. The cat was out of view for me.
Well,
I mean, she told us to
Nah.
roll, so.
You can still roll a general perception.
well, this is during the time when the barrier was broken down.
Yeah, I probably would have been more focused on that. Watching.
Uh,
Eyes wide.
BRB.
So many secrets today!
don't worry, you'll get your turn.
No, I won't.
Make it your turn.
Just sneak off by yourself and go to another tent.
Be like, oh, I saw a kid run into this tent
No,
over
that's
here.
an idea. Run to go get fucking Mr. Light. That's a great idea.
No,
Mr.
no,
Light,
go
we
do
need
that.
help opening this tent.
Yes, exactly.
You don't
Will
have
you
to
help
find
us,
him.
Mr.
You
Light?
can still find the Kenku.
Where is the Kenku?
Dead somewhere.
So,
Outside the
she's
barrier.
out here, right?
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
where she is, or...
Burley's gone, Dan's gone, Kenku's gone,
No!
Ashrin's gone now.
But Kinku called
No?
Rael now is dead somewhere.
Oh
Are you
my
gonna
God.
be like a freaking Khajiit when we go inside? You're gonna start selling us stuff, Ashrin? Look at my
I'm gonna
good catnip
fucking
collection.
throw up.
Got some catnip to sell you guys.
I'm actually
Khajiit
Mr.
has
Dark.
wares if you have coin.
Oh.
Khajiit has sold his last wares.
Found Ashrin. Oh yeah, that was him jumping over the stupid fence to get in. That one time.
Man, I was so sad. Jump over that fence, take half my HP and damage. Like, what the fuck?
You know what the best part was? If I was actually with you guys, I could have just flew over.
Yeah, well, you decided to go on a magic fucking fairy ride.
No, I was talking to the stupid... I was looking for those kids, and then I had a wild Kinku chase.
No, you were on the swan. You were on
Because
the swan the
I was-
whole goddamn time.
I was using it to scout the park
And you
for the
didn't
Kinku.
fucking message me, you motherfucker.
Because Eve is quite distracted.
I know.
You don't know. I haven't told
Oh
you
my
yet.
He was high with the swan. Flying high.
This
And
is
then
so-
apparently Eve forgot how to fly.
Oh my god. We're all gonna die.
I'll be fine.
We're
It's just a
all
si-
gonna die.
It's just a sinister barrier. Something sinister's inside.
If
It's
we all
okay, guys.
die, Lena can be the next TM.
You know, I would like to see this.
I would not.
See, we're gonna go in there, Lena, and everything's gonna be fine. There's definitely nothing sinister in that sinister barrier that was put up as a plan B, as it was told by Mari to me. I didn't mention that part. In other words, something's trying to keep us out.
I mean, the fact that was a barrier could have told us that, Chief.
Yeah, like the barrier
Listen.
fucking said that, like plain straight up. No, no, don't go in. That's what
No.
it said. It's what
No
it said.
bitches.
And that's why people got punted.
Yeah,
What
it,
just happened?
we're
We're
laughing
talking
at
about the
itself.
barrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you saw what happened. So it's gonna take a few minutes for this barrier to break down. Everyone is able to hear what's going on now. You hear voices. You hear Burley. Well, you hear Burley, a sound similar to Burley, and you hear. Everyone was at the performance, so y'all recognize this voice quite familiar. You hear a guy's voice, sounds deep, with like a little sinister tone going. Wait, I need to change the music.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Malachi.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dogs are outside until it's over.
Wait, there's more creepy music?
Yeah, to the Bow Wow West. Bow Wow West.
Who let the dogs out? Who? It was Rizo.
I think Maokai got taken by a hawk.
Why are we laughing at that? Poor Malachi. Oh,
boy.
It sounds so funny, okay?
It's just so good.
hey,
Oh my god, this creepy.
Rizo, what's wrong with your dog?
Nothing now.
Not my problem now.
He is now
Okay.
one with the hawk.
No, I
So
use the mic.
here,
You can. Oh, never mind.
protect.
I certainly hear dogs.
Okay, so you hear a guy's voice, sinister but deep tone, going, I know what your friends are doing. Diana, Dorladron, and this new interesting group of colorful randos. I let it continue because I grow bored. Bored of waiting. Just waiting for them to finalize everything and bring the true one back. You hear a similar sound of what y'all can safely assume is Burley trying to talk, but his voice immediately comes muffled. The guy continues saying, and now that one of the eighth has managed to survive and is walking freely around, the voice begins to grow angry and harsher. This just means this is going to become. Some moments pass. During this time, the barrier begins to lessen a little more. You hear a sigh, and then a dark, sinister laugh. You know, I just wanted a taste of him. Just a taste. Just to see what it tastes like to have that rare elven blood mix with the ancient one's essence. You hear loud thrashing, clashing. Things potentially sound like they're breaking. He continues to say, very brave of him, walking around, flaunting that brand out in the open. Or maybe he's just foolish. If only that scarred freak didn't stop me from grabbing him. I was so close. All he had to do was accept the dance. Sinister laughs, starts
Oh.
to mint again.
1 sec. What was that last word?
Hmm?
If only what though?
If only he accepted my hand to go for a dance, basically. He starts to laugh. I was so close to get him again, but man, he saw right through me. Sneaked away like a fucking rat. And now... Huh. Interesting. Somehow they got past the barriers. Doesn't matter now. Anyway. The voice starts to crackle. Sound a bit crazed. Doesn't matter. They come in or not. I will still find him. Have a little fun with him. Grab his essence. Then I'll send his worthless body to them to finish it off. Till then, Burley, your soul will do for now. And then I'll deal with your friends.
Oh no. Wait, what is the barrier down? Where we can actually make a move inside.
It takes a few minutes. Definitely after you hear that last part. There's enough gape in it now to go through.
I'm going to
I'm going
kick.
in.
I'm going in. I'm kicking in the door, even though I probably don't have enough strength to it. I'm arming myself with lightning finger gun, and I'm busting in and I'm saying, "Hands in the air, mother sticker! This is a fuck up. I mean, hands in the air, motherfucker! This is a stick up."
Nice.
Before you do that, you also ran into Ashrin, who is right by the door.
Wait.
Hey there.
Hello.
And with that,
Astron's about to fight us?
Be right back.
Oh, I need grab tokens now.
Oh,
All
God.
I see is a big black void.
Yeah.
She doesn't have
Zoom
she doesn't have
out.
tokens in it.
I would have relayed to anybody near me that I saw Ashrin on the other side of the barrier. Not that I could do anything about it, considering my arm is like. I don't know.
Bound by a thread.
Singed.
Borned. You got borned.
Almost deleted.
I'm busy stitching back my arm back onto my body.
So Burley is possessed, it sounds like. Her about to get his soul taken. Might be fighting Ashrin, not sure yet. Oh god, this is where Ashrin want to get his PvP match against me. Oh no. Where's that greater potion I never drank?
You don't need it.
You were busy, it's fine.
I see tokens.
Man, this is a gigantic map. For a fucking tent?
Harry Potter tent.
It's a magical tent.
It's a happy tent. Oh, Ashrin's here.
Oh.
We're safe, guys.
Bigger on the inside.
One
Bye,
of the
bye
eight.
Ashrin.
One of the 8.
One of the 8.
The true one of the 8, the ancient one's essence.
And I'm pretty sure
Brand?
none of us is one of the 8.
It was one of
Ephraim
the-
was the reference to Scarred Freak.
Agreed.
Well, we're getting lore today, boys.
Oh, man.
Oh.
There's a piano in here.
Apparently.
Yeah, this is a nice tent. Can we sleep here?
God,
That wood floor
that
is.
would be amazing.
Karnav's apparently half his body is stuck through the fucking tent.
I mean, you do you, buddy.
Just trying to phase through.
That concussion's doing some work to you.
Okay. Yeah, so Ashrin's the first one actually goes in. Everyone else, place your tokens right around the door.
I'm assuming none of us can go actually in the room yet. Since Ashern was the first one in.
Well,
But
I mean, people were charging in, so I'm allowing it. So it'd be like Ashrin and then Lucius for sure.
Did Ashrin get to do anything during the few minutes while the barrier was coming down?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Karn's quaffing another greater healing potion. After he saw
He was about to drink a healing potion too. If that's allowed.
I'm gonna say, yeah, go for it. You can do it. Okay. Ashrin, since you did your ability, you managed to get in. You sneaked your way around as you were taking your claw and like clawing at the tent. You notice that even though it was cloth material, it was hard, kind of like a solid building. You rush to the door. You go in. You heard the whole entire conversation. You get in towards the intel of it. You go inside, and immediately you get a sense of like dread, but your partner, let's call it, is wanting your body to go forward. Looking around, this place is covered in like a haze, and you're actually give me.
Rio, your
Give me a
cat is
Constitution saving throw.
I know.
it's very
I know.
11.
Breathing in, your body feels a little heavy. You only take 2 points of damage, so you look around. Please,
Damage typed at all?
Psychic?
Was that black aura damage typed?
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
And once I ask someone that question, once I get an answer, I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I would say around this time, Lucius comes charging behind you, Ephraim, while you're looking around.
And also me.
Hands in the air, mother sticker.
Okay, is everyone going in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind everyone, preferably.
Okay, everyone, the moment you enter, give me both a Constitution saving throw and a Perception.
Boom, baby.
Oh boy, con is a thing for me too. Ha!
Welcome. Well, high five, Lucius.
And if you say perception,
Damn.
that Constitution saving throw was almost a natural one.
Ooh.
Oh, it switched over at the last second.
Yeah.
Okay. If you got a 15 or higher on your Constitution saving throw, you're saved. You do feel your mind becoming a little heavy. This smoky, misty thing kind of makes you feel a little weak, a little dull to the senses. If you got a 14 or below, you take 5 points of damage. Everyone's perception is pretty good. Just Ephraim, are you doing anything?
Standing back.
Standing back? Okay.
Observing, essentially.
Okay, so everyone, y'all see this room is pretty neat, tatty. Rael, wait, never mind. Get to that in a moment. You see incense burning above a piano, above a little table behind a couch. You see a fireplace. You see bookshelves, and you see plants Ones with like purple flowers, ones with magenta berries, one with like a oranges red flowers attached to it. You see toys on the dining table, some books, some scrolls, and Toshi. Since you've been to the Fae, you know about the Fae more, give me a nature check. I'm gonna let it be an advantage.
Okay, 30-20.
Nice. You recognize that these plants, they're they can only be found in certain parts of the Fae. The berries have a poisonous effect on the mind. The plants, the purple ones and the reddish orange ones, also has a poison effects on the mind. They can cause delusions and slowly, potentially, if combined in the correct order, slowly kill you. Straight ahead from where y'all came in is a black curtain that's currently closed.
And we don't see Burley.
Nope.
Karn sees Ashrin right ahead, right?
I'm gonna walk up to the curtain and try and pull it aside.
Do I know if burning these plants has a bad reaction to the aforementioned effects to the brain?
I'm gonna say with that nature check roll, yeah. They can make you hazy. They can make you not think properly. They can make you think that what you're thinking is not what you're thinking, and that what someone else tells you is the truth. You can easily be deceived and toyed with.
Okay, and fuck.
Can Karn make a medicine check to basically gather like, hey, I'm sniffing this haze emanating from the incense, and then my mind feels really bad. Could I use a medicine check to try to put two and two together?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I remember the question. So it's this purple plant and this one, not this one down here?
It's all three.
Yeah,
Or is it
it's
three?
all three. This one, oh wait, why is it not? Oops, that's why. So this one right here is magenta berries. This is like purple flowers, and this is reddish orange flowers.
And you also said, even though we heard voices in this place, there's no one here, right?
Correct.
And
Maybe behind the curtain.
I'm more concerned about Burley because, like, we heard Burley's soul was going to get, I don't know, taken. So I wanted to go up, like, rush up to this curtain and pull it aside. See if I can find Burley.
I will take my...
Since I did not see him.
My finger gun will be pointing at the curtain just in case.
I am also gonna ready a firebolt at any hostile actions on the behind that curtain.
I am going to yell, get rid of the plants. I'm going to attempt to, assuming it's a vase, to pick it up and chuck it out the door.
Karn's gonna, well, with a 19 medicine, does Karn put two and two together?
Yeah.
So Karn's gonna look around for any incense, and start tossing it outside. The incense are in like those little incense pots, those ash pots or whatever.
So you and Rael are both pretty much taking the plants and the incense and tossing it out.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I'm focused on the incense. I don't know anything about the plants.
Yeah, I said about the plants, but didn't go into specifics. So if you want to focus the instance, that's fine. I'll focus on the plants.
Okay.
Well, you're doing that. And Lilana. Wait, actually, Ashran, did you want to do anything? You do have a.
I am just following what my conscience is telling me to follow. So you tell me.
Definitely straight ahead where the curtain is. So Lilana and Ashran, I'm gonna say both of y'all were concentrating on the curtain. You open it, and both of y'all give me another perception check.
17.
14.
Oh.
Even though you guys heard ruckus going on here, everything in this whole entire place is neat and tidy. Ashran, you noticed that there are more berries on the nightstands, more other plants that was in the other room around this room. See like a vanity stand. See a dresser with wines and different small potions. One of them is purple. One of them is red. Other one is green. You see a rug at the foot of the bed. And then your voice, your totem, goes silent.
Do I feel in control of myself again?
You do.
I shake it all off, and I'm like, what the where, who?
Ashran?
What's going on?
Are you back with us?
Are you?
Cause
I
you went berserk there for a second.
I felt a draw. Something drew me in here.
Do you know what happened?
Vaguely. There was a tent, and I felt compelled to move inside and get in any way I could, but
Karn reached for something in your backpack and got knocked away and incredibly hurt. What happened? What was that?
Ever reach in there. It is not for you.
What is it?
It is my curse. And if we can get through this, we can discuss further. But why are we here? What is going on?
We heard someone in here, and they're gonna hurt Burley. We need to find where they are now.
The guy
I repeat, get rid of the plants! Get rid of the plants!
Okay, I'm gonna
Get rid of
burn
the
them.
incense. Get rid
Don't
of the
burn the plants!
Don't burn the fucking plants.
He puts her firebolt on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going to start looking around the room to see if, like, there's a door in the wall or something.
Can Eve carry the big pot of plants out, Mari?
Yeah, they're not that big or heavy.
Okay.
I like to use my cat ears to see if I can hear anything or discern where we might go.
I'm gonna help Turtle Man get rid of the plants and not burn them, because apparently it's no good.
Lylana turns to Ashrin and says, "Stay with us, okay? Try."
I am here.
And then I'm gonna go search the room and see if there's a door that I can't see or something.
Yeah, I'll spread out with. This is a very massive bed.
I know.
Let's
all jump on the bed, guys.
We could all fit on the bed.
Well, your tokens isn't
That's
the
an
right
orgy
size.
bed, guys. I win subject.
We should look for a lever. We should look for a lever, see if it spins.
Well,
Oh my god.
to be
Rumbles a little bit.
fair, your tokens aren't accurately sized for this map. If y'all, I'm just gonna say, if y'all get to certain parts, you'll understand why. It's hard for me to keep things
Yeah.
uniform, but yeah.
It's fine.
So, in your estimation, DM,
Fey magic.
how I see 6 incense pots in this first room. How many would I have been able to rush around and take out? Karn would have probably tried to fit as many in his arms as possible.
Make sure you get a whiff of it too.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Uh oh.
Thanks.
I got you, fam.
So, in the meantime, Ephraim, Lylana, anyone else who's gonna search the rooms?
I think you meant Ashrin.
Yeah, Ashrin, my bad. Ashrin and Lylana, if any of y'all are gonna search the rooms, just give me a perception roll.
Ephraim did give you those 2 perception rolls, by the way.
He's outside.
Yeah. I'm just
I know.
reminding you.
Those are
25.
a different time. Those are gonna be overtime kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
15.
These incense pods are kind of, they're not overly big. You probably, if you want to like shove as much and like you're doing like one trip grocery run kind of deal, you can probably get like a good like 4 of them or 5 in your arms. Yeah, I'll say 5. Now you tell me what you want to do.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
So Karn is gonna hold his breath and hold as many as he can, so about 5. And sprint back towards the door, and kind of just put can't really, it's awkward. Like, can't really throw them, right? I'm just kind of like bear hugging them. So I'm gonna find a nondescript patch, or I guess wherever away, because these things are burning away from wherever turtle person is putting the plants, because I don't want a bigger burning to happen as Eve is about to make happen.
As for the plants, if there's nothing I can chuck out because it's too heavy, I'm going to try to stuff it into the bag of holding as best as I can, even in pieces.
They're not that big or that heavy. They're like kind of like a little like try to give like a real life example, like one of those decorative plants in the corner that's like kind of big. It does have like a little oomph to it, but not as much like a tree. But everyone should be able to like lift them up.
Look, Turtle Man, if I can lift it up, you can.
Bag of holding is an excellent idea. Just saying.
Yeah.
That was an excellent idea that Karn didn't think of.
What I meant to say was if it was too heavy to be immediately chucked out, not like an overturned drag, then it's basically going to move to a panic into getting rid of these flowers as soon as possible.
In that case, yeah, the best option would be to do like get rid of them ASAP. So I guess your bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm basically going to be shouting like, "Don't fuck carrying it! Cut it into pieces, put it here!" And I'm going to start like winding up and down the bag of holding as if I'm opening it, even though it doesn't work like that. I'm gonna put it down and then start shoving it into the bag of holding.
Karn's will follow suit and fucking start chucking them at the bag of holding as he's running towards them.
During this time, Ephraim, with that nat 20, with a 23, you see the staff members that came over to Lylana and Karn to check up on them. So they start approaching the purple tent. Like, they're right now around the campfire, and you see Denko is with them. Okay.
Y'all aware of this?
Huh?
I said, are we all aware of this? Of the crowd are starting to draw?
Well,
Yes, you
Ephraim's
said-
outside currently.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn into the door and just yelling, I don't know what's going on in there, but we might have some company soon.
Okay. Back to Asher and Lylena. Did y'all mention anything about like the incense and the plants in here?
I was just searching.
I was
Okay.
checking the walls for like hidden doors and stuff.
Okay, so while you're searching, I need both of y'all to give me another Constitution saving throw.
19.
11.
Okay, Ashen, you're fine. Lylena, you take 8 points of damage.
Do we hear any sounds? Well, does Karn hear any sounds coming from the next room of pain or grimace?
Well, during this time, you hear them like examining around. So let me get to that real quick. That'll be up to Lylena if she makes a noise. It's definitely psychic damage, so up to her.
Probably like a little.
Would
Okay.
Eve perhaps hear that from here?
Yeah, Karn wouldn't have noticed.
What are you currently doing right now, Eve?
I was about to grab the plant and I was going to take it outside, but then Rael is doing magic tricks with his shell right now, so I'm just going to give it to
Okay.
Rael.
I'm gonna say you're too focused on that to hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
I do want to point out that I would have ripped this curtain wide open, like so everybody could see inside this room.
Oh yeah, the curtain's definitely wide open.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
So Ashrin with 20 with 25 perception, you're checking the walls.
I was checking mainly everything.
Everything.
But
Okay.
the walls and the rug, general places where hidden doors are hidden.
I was checking the walls because Lylena doesn't know that things in the floor exist.
Okay.
Like kind of behind furniture,
Overall, both of y'all can tell right away. Not wait. Over time, y'all like searching, moving furniture around, checking all the walls. Nothing's there. Ashrin, as you move over the carpet, you kind of like hear like a little voice in your head, not really saying much, but it's kind of like making grunt noises. The moment you move away from it, it starts getting like a little louder.
Okay, move towards the carpet, or toss the carpet over.
There, you roll up the carpet, and during this time, Ephraim, you shout that thing which you said. A few months passed. Ashton reveals the carpet. The staff members and Thanko are right by the door. I heard Thanko talks to you. I heard y'all are causing some mischief around this tent.
Oh,
Oh? Is that all you gotta say? And he pulls out his pipe and he starts like blowing on it and like bubbles come out the other end. What are you doing with Vals's tent? He's a very busy man.
well, we are with a staff member who is apparently here to get orders from Valsis.
Orders, eh?
And
He turns to the staff members. So who did you say you were suspicious of? And they go over Karn's details with him and who was like nearby the tents. Thanko turns to you, nods, takes a few more pipes, like a few more puffs from his pipe. Well, I guess I should go inside just to see for myself.
The Valsis asked me to stand out here and make sure that the two of them are left alone.
Make a deception check.
Ooh.
Nice.
Better than Karn.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
He grabs you by the arm. And he's gonna try shoving you inside the tent. Now, you can either fight him and either give me like an athletics or acrobatics, or you can just accept the shove.
Oh, I'll fight it for sure.
Okay, let's go to you. Hmm.
Assuming we can hear what's going on, right?
Yeah, can we hear this inside? At least the four of us.
Lucius, you can definitely make a perception check. If y'all aren't preoccupied, trying to get rid of those plants and incense, go for it.
Never mind. The plant is my life. Must not burn with fireball.
I roll with disadvantage since I'm focusing on the plants.
On books? Okay.
Yeah. Can I do it at disadvantage perception then too?
Yeah.
Did have a heads up.
Why does it do that? Like, I rolled 2 17s, so it's 22.
22? Okay. That's for the books?
Because you gotta roll them separately if you want to roll two of them.
I
No, you can roll two.
No, I did earlier with
This
advantage.
fucks up sometimes, I think. It's either D&D Beyond or it's the plugin.
It's D&D Beyond, I think.
It's the plugin. D&D Beyond
it?
reads it correctly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the plugin's reading it wrong.
Gotcha.
I got a 10 on my disadvantage perception.
Okay, that's so bad.
Karn, you're not doing good today, buddy. Go home.
He did good earlier.
Go home, Rogue. You're drunk.
He did really well. He went flying 20 feet on his own. That was pretty
Well,
impressive.
I mean, his stealth check was pretty great.
Are we thinking of the same Karn?
Yes. The sleight of hand check to stick his hand in the bag without Asher noticing.
Oh,
like
I wasn't here for that.
That was like a
That got him-
27. Yeah, it was
that got him
fucking
blasted?
amazing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got blasted, but still, it was.
I couldn't see it because it was so high, or else I would have stopped him from getting blasted. But he got blasted.
So
What
Ariel,
good roll he had backfired.
I know, right? So Ariel, that was for the books, correct?
No, it was to see if I noticed a commotion in front of the tent.
Okay, for some reason I heard books. Okay, 22. Both you and Lucius definitely hears it. Ephraim. Okay, so with that, you definitely are able to fight him off. Now, do you want to get out of his grip besides avoiding getting pushed in, or what he would like to do?
I would just say in that moment, as you said, Valsis is very busy. He doesn't want to be disturbed.
I'm going to run into the room whenever I'm able that Astrid and Elena are. Exclaim again, it's like, why are you guys not getting rid of these plants? And put out those incenses, close the curtain behind me, and start getting rid of the flowers and incenses as I enter this room.
You did that?
I forgot how to play this.
Eve, what? Eve's too distracted by plants.
So are we done with the incense in the first room?
Yep. Because the plants and incense are done.
Yay.
Lucius, did you want to do anything with that perception?
I'm just gonna kind of hover around the front door, and sort of be like, "Oh, what? But that doesn't work with my act. It has to be flashy. It has to be exciting and exhilarating. That way, the crowds can really feel the beat. How could you disapprove of such a thing? How could you bore it down with a normal song and dance?" I'm just gonna try and like make conversation that makes it seem like something's like a disagreement's happening, and they don't want to be disturbed.
Would Eve notice Lucian talking to himself?
I mean, yeah, he's raising his voice for sure.
And then I say, what's wrong with you? Why are you... I wouldn't say it loud. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you making this ruckus?
I'm gonna shoo you into the next room.
What?
Like, I'm just gonna raise my hand. And like, if you say it, because I'm not gonna respond vocally, I'm just gonna be like, shit, get out of here.
I'm like, shh, what? What do you mean, shit, what?
You're about to blow the fuck. I'm going to the next room. Get out of this room.
Okay. Eve tries to leave him to the next room.
Deiko looks at Jay for him. Chuckles. He waves his hand. It's okay. You guys can go. Thank you for telling me. He leans in.
Like he leans.
Vassus answers to me. He's never busy enough for me. And he moves past you.
Can I hear that he's like walking up the steps or making a move in?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say after you give the act, this is when Thinko says that. So you and Eve are currently getting shoved. You're currently shoving Eve into the next room.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm shoving you in. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
What are you? What?
Get
How
the...
Do you
dare
want to
you?
do anything, Ephraim?
What's that?
Did you want to do anything before he fully goes in, or?
As he gets in, I would just follow him in and just start apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the disruption.
I am going to use my little wizard glove of illusions. Where's it at? Let me find it first. I don't know where it is anymore. Inventory? Yes. My little wizard puppet of illusions, and I'm going to I don't really know what the focus is on. I'm just going to prepare it for now, but I'm going to move into the back room, and I'm going to continue on with the self-conversation of like, but that's so stupid. And then
when Eve was getting shoved into the room, could Eve have maybe got a glance of seeing what was coming into the front door, or did he see Eve getting pushed into the back room?
I would say you're too focused on what Lucius is doing to you to notice.
Harassing me?
What everyone does notice is that where Ashran stands is a carpet ruffled up, and there lies a little secret little door with a lock. And near the door are some blood and claw marks.
Lovely.
nice.
What's it mean?
Ashran,
Accepted.
Ashran, can you open that?
Are you
is it
currently
locked?
talking right now?
Are we talking?
Yeah.
I would have said that, yeah, because I don't know what's going on in the other room.
Oh boy.
No one told us to shut up, right? Like,
Yeah,
Are there
nobody
any-
said anything to us.
Are there any plants or incense or anything still lit up in this room? Because I might have tried to interrupt Karn, because I have a plan.
Yeah, there's still some incense and plants. Rael's currently he did shout,
Alright.
get rid of them.
I'm gonna mage hand one of them and grab it and hold on to it. I have a plan. I'm about to get the clown high.
Thinko looks over at Ephraim after what he said. Disturbance? Yeah, I'll see. Then he hears Lylana's voice. Looks back at Ephraim. Looks to the curtain. And he begins walking over there.
Peeking through the curtain, do we know that he's sort of making his way towards us?
Can I hear footsteps and stuff and assume?
I mean,
Nobody told me to shut up!
It's role play. It's role play, Thanko. Like, you know.
everyone with that, give me a perception check.
Whoops.
Damn.
Wrong one. Sorry.
Oh, except for you, Ephraim.
Okay, good. I was gonna say. Do a different roll.
Would Lucius already know that he's walking up, though, or missing something?
He was shoving you.
I'm shoving you, so I'm focused on a lot of things. I'm shoving you over. I'm making up voices as I go, and I'm
You're
trying to
losing
put
your
the,
goddamn mind is
I'm
what's
trying
happening.
to put the wizard puppet on. So
Alright.
Okay, all y'all heard loud, thumping, heavy-setted footprint, like footsteps. And you hear Ephraim say what he said. And y'all remember how Burley told you all guys to beware of Thanko.
Yep.
everyone in this room is where they are right now.
Yes, because you just pushed me here.
Okay. I don't know how powerful of an illusion my puppet can produce, but I'm going to try to make this whole room sort of illusionary. Where
Your puppet's minor
Rael
illusion.
is it minor
It's a
illusion?
minor illusion. You
Yeah.
can't do shit.
Because I couldn't tell. Like I don't remember any of the details of it. I just this illusion.
So,
We both have it's minor illusion.
Oh, hold on. I have that same item.
Eve has an idea,
Yeah, it's a minor illusion.
Oh
and we'll
well,
talk to Lucius about it.
you have limited time.
Well, so we hear that the clown man is coming up, like to where we're at, right?
Yes.
We do hear that. I am going to run over to the wall and like press up against it and kind of like hide, I guess.
This is what Eve loves, is mischief, so it's time for Eve to shine, boys.
Ashford is standing.
I'm
Where
gonna dive
Ashford
under the
is.
bed. If I see my Lena move, I'm gonna dive under the bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide up against this wall, I guess.
All right, Card, what are you doing?
Karn's next to this table, so you're just gonna press against this wall.
Oh God, Rael, what are you doing?
Tarot Man is more concerned about the poisonous and bad effects that these flowers are gonna do to us. So I don't care who's coming. I'm gonna keep fucking putting away these flowers and incenses.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna say, Rael, you tell me which ones you would go after in order, and I'll tell you where you are currently at.
So where I am now is where I would have gone first. Next, I would have gone to the one on the other side of the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and then basically make my way clockwise.
I mean, me and Karn were over by these 2 incenses, just so you know.
Yeah, but you guys weren't fucking doing anything about them.
He was.
It's okay.
Karn,
was.
It's okay.
Karn
I have a
was.
Dumping water
plan.
on him.
I has a plan. It's okay.
Wait, okay, hold on. Okay, so Rael, you managed to clear this part off. You also managed to clear this part off. You are currently working on this one.
Oh, so I'm right here.
Yep. Karn, you said you're doing the incense here?
yeah, the 2 incense pots right here.
Okay, you would have taken care of that too.
Damn it, there was my plan. Actually,
There's one more in the corner.
where?
Unless Lyle didn't.
Did you get that, Ryo?
Yeah, I did
Hey.
this. I did this one.
Okay.
Roughly the leftmost ones I did.
Alright.
So currently
plan.
there's this plant here and the berries right there. Okay, Eve,
Alright.
go ahead.
Alright, so here's my plan. And I'm gonna whisper it to Lucius very quietly, because I hear Mr. Footy right there. Actually, I'm just gonna send to him messages, because no vocal. So, I'm gonna light one of these incenses up, and I want you to open the curtain and distract him a little bit. And I'm gonna sneak up behind him and make him get a good whiff of the incense. What do you think?
Yeah, it's worth a try.
I think it's the best thing we got, and I love fun. What about you?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Alright, so with that, I am going to Mage Hand, grab one of the instances, probably the one that's been dried out longer. And do I even have a lighter? Hold on.
Wait, Karn, were you just blowing them out or were you like
He doused him.
I doused them in
Okay,
with the
okay,
water
okay.
skin.
Okay, so I add a clarification to that message. I grab Mage and I grab one of these. Can you light this up for me while holding your breath, please? I don't have a light source.
Are you asking that to me?
Yes, messagely, so no vocal.
I don't have a direct light source, but I could spark it with some lightning.
That's the only chance we got, unless I want to firebolt it.
Yeah, that's all I got. It's the best I can do.
Wait, I have Druidcraft. Doesn't Druidcraft light? Oh, never mind. I don't need. I have Druidcraft. Just
Okay.
kidding.
Well, do your thing.
Alright, so I'm going to use my racial Druidcraft spell to attempt to light up the incense away from me, because I have a mage hand. Is that doable, Miss Mari?
I'm gonna allow it. But while you're doing this, getting to incense, think side eyes, Ephraim, roleplay.
I at this point I will use my minor illusion sock puppet. I'm gonna say like, "Oh, fine, if I can't persuade you to allow me to use explosives in my act, if I sleep with you, could that make it better? Could you do that? And then I'm going to use the puppet to imitate Valsa's voice. and sort of make him sort of consider. Like,
Do
what
you
kind
know
of?
Valsis' voice?
I mean, we heard it earlier, so I'd assume.
And y'all all met him at the big top when he was trying to grab
Yeah.
his hand.
He was a seducing one, right?
Yeah, and that very seductive tone is his, and be like, Now I'm slightly intrigued.
So, do I recognize that voice at this time?
Oh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no!
Oh my
no!
god!
No!
So for minor illusion, they would have to make like an intelligence check, right? Or
Yeah, it's intelligence.
Yeah, very much
Here, I'll
intelligent.
link the spell because I actually have the spell.
As I say, it could be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar.
As long as your guy knows the voice of the thing, so if he knows the guy's voice, he can imitate it.
They can determine if the illusion if it's an illusion with the successful intelligence checks against your spell save DC, which would be what is my spell?
I think you're 16 is my guess.
The puppet has its own. Just said. Let me find it. I wrote it down.
Never mind.
Yeah, the puppet has its own.
Yeah, I'm not even necessarily trying to see through the illusion. I'm just wondering if the imitation is good enough that I would recall that voice as being that motherfucker.
Yeah, for you, for sure. You don't, yeah, you recognize that voice right away.
I would like to rage.
Oh no, it is yours. I'm wrong.
It's mine?
Yeah, it's yours.
Okay, yeah, my spell save is 16.
16?
The puppet only has 3 uses though.
Yeah, I mean this is my first use, so.
Well, there goes the incense plan, boys.
Okay, so did you had him say something?
I basically had him consider my offer to sleep with him in order to allow my act to pass.
So I like get up to Thanko and say, "Yeah, role play, get it?"
Do another deception check.
Lick him in the ear.
It works! He knows it works!
Did it work this time, though?
He turns to you slightly. And then kind of like looks in the direction of like where I'm just gonna say the minor illusion is coming from.
Where did you cast the minor illusion at exactly?
I would
So
have
I
made
know-
it count from like right here.
Okay, good. Eve would notice that and try to like sneak behind the bush with the incense ready, like sitting right here in her hand. Well, mage hand. I love mage hand.
I wink a couple of times at him, like wink, wink, and start like thrusting my hips, nodding my head. Get it?
Allow me into your bed and I can show you just how explosive I can be.
Oh my
Whoa!
Welp, pause the music. We need to play that sexy saxophone music now. Can't think of the name right now.
He looks at you questionably. He's like, that may work on some people, but I'm not interested in that. Anyway, I'm already here. I gotta check in with Valsis. And roleplay, huh? We'll see. And he goes through the thing.
Like I meant to put myself right here. But as he does, gonna be like, whoa, man, don't you knock! And I'm gonna take as much of attention on me. That way Eve can make her move from behind.
Okay.
Move in and I'm like, I'm
No,
so
you
sorry.
fool! You
So
fool!
sorry. Yeah. Whoa.
You stay there. You stay out of the room. You're done. You stay out of the room, sir. I mean, I wouldn't say it to you, but
Unfortunately, Lucius, as you try to gain his attention, he immediately noticed the trapdoor.
oh,
Oh, we didn't cover the
no.
trapdoor back up.
I don't think we covered it up.
No.
I don't think you guys covered the trap door back up. Lucius, plan B, go!
He begins to laugh and snaps his fingers. You hear a little closing and a locking thing happen towards the back of where you guys originally came from.
The front door, I assume.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Alright, light them up!
Alright, we forgot to do those common sense thing, hide the evidence, so our plan has failed, Lucius. We tried though. Oh, maybe. We'll see.
I mean, I got nothing else to take. I'm putting out my finger gun. I'm point blank. I don't have nothing else to lose. I'm doing the finger gun. I'm charging my lightning bolt.
He's going not shining finger, spirit gun on
I'm
him.
doing spirit gun.
You're use K in his ass.
Yep.
Oh cool. I'm gonna get hit. Oh god.
Wait, are you doing your level 3 freaking... Oh no.
That is the only damaging spell I have, yes.
Are you firing it off right now?
Not yet. I'm just charging it.
Okay.
Because I don't know what his reaction is going to be yet, but if he's going to make a move, then I'm fired.
Well, he just snapped his fingers and closed the door behind
Yeah,
us,
he locked us
apparently.
in here.
Does Karn see this through the plants?
Yeah, like
I was gonna say you see a glimpse of Danko for sure.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It won't be. Well, no, I've already said it, and I'm taking it back. I could have done spiritual weapon, but it's too late. We're here.
well.
Gonna use level 3 dildo.
Yep.
Well, I mean, maybe we want to fight. We'll see. We're not at that level yet. We're pretty damn close. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
that's why I'm just threatening him. I'm
Let's
just
fucking
pointing the gun at him.
see.
I mean, I'm gonna attempt my plan. I just gotta know which way he's facing right now.
He's
That's
facing
gonna-
at the trapdoor, which is right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm still
He-
like, don't you knock, man?
Glares.
Eve is gonna wait for him to look back at Lucius, and then I'm gonna do my plan, which is have the mage hand sneak up under his nose and make him to get a whiff of the incense.
He side glares at you, knocking.
Yeah, knocking. Don't you see? I'm trying to get laid in here.
Really. And with that, so you can try doing what you do.
I like how she says try, like it's not even gonna matter. I don't like this.
Try.
What am I rolling then?
I guess sleight of hand since you're trying to go underneath, I guess.
Sure. Best. Up.
Oh good
Whoa.
lord.
Oh.
I
good.
think
Without
Oh,
thinking, the moment you try to get near the body and he sees this giant hand with the incense in his palm, he knocks it off. It rolls onto the floor. And with a loud, thunderous voice, everyone can show themselves right now. I know you're all here.
I'm surprised that didn't hit me in the face.
I was actually half expecting it to get knocked into Lucius and get him poisoned.
honestly.
I'm not exactly hiding.
I mean, Ryle's just sitting there going, I'm a turtle.
Actually, Rael is what's his face from Guardians of the Galaxy? As long as I don't move, I'm
Right.
invisible.
I remember that.
Well, Eve would reveal herself.
We'll run across the room to the other plant.
Just worry about the plants.
Ashwin, Lylana, Karn? You still gonna stay hidden?
I'm staying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not sure what we're gonna do right now. So
If no one's popping up, I'm just gonna be like, there's no one else here but me, man. Who are you talking to?
Actually,
But you? But I see a pink fairy. I see a guy who's charging out like another plant with the berries.
Motherfucker, I'm a turtle, motherfucker! That's when I turn around and lock my arrows. Like, take that motherfucking back, you son of a bitch, ugly ass motherfucking clown!
All right, we're fighting, and I'm
All right.
charging. I'm charging.
I'm
I'm
charging
doing-
my firebolt. It's time. I'm ready a firebolt.
Lightning's afoot.
You guys might want to move from that plant there, boys.
Kay has been wanting to say something.
too late. It's too late.
Huh? Okay,
Oh.
go ahead.
Karn would reach into his bag and he remembers that cuddly toy spider that he got. He's gonna use it and get spider climbing for an hour. And try to sneakily start climbing on the wall in the area above the stupid fucking clown while he's not looking.
Are you about to go Sam Fisher on his ass? I mean, are you about to go Sam Fisher on his ass?
I'm doing it.
Dude. Oh no.
You
just murdered them.
yeah, yep. So as Karn was trying to reach into his fucking bag, he
Well,
feels.
I don't know the order of operations of when you're letting this go, so I was just rolling the damage for now. But I'm shooting this man.
Okay. I want to say, since Karn was trying to say that, you are on the wall. He sees you. Like, this is a...
Oh, okay. So I guess before that, looking at him, he's scanning the entire room, or is he focused on Lucius?
He's focusing on the trap door, but there's peripheral vision. So he's on his side. So he can see Lucius on his side of the eye, on his left side. He can see the plant. So if you're going up on the wall, he's going to see you.
Okay, so because I thought he was looking at
This man's got a wide cone of vision, man.
Yeah, it's like, okay, then I wouldn't have done that if I saw that he was scanning the entire room. So I would have just kept hiding and get blasted by a lightning bolt.
Yeah, he already confirmed he saw the turtle. That's why he did the arrow thing.
I'm a fucking turtle.
Okay, so wait,
And
you said you're gonna
I
do
can't
this.
see what Lucius is
Hold on.
doing, right?
So you said you're gonna do the spider walk climb thing, or no?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, in that case, Lucius.
I can't see Lucius, right? Because the clown's in the way.
What's the turn
Yeah,
of
no,
like what's
hold on.
going on?
I'm trying to get Lucius' thing. So, okay, I'm gonna say around the time Rael does his arrow thing. Did you shoot it, or are you aiming at it?
I just have it trained on him.
Trained. Okay. Lucius, around this time, you blast it.
I'm going. That's all I got. I mean, is it possible, because I'm shorter than him, is it possible for me to aim up at his head to avoid hitting my friends? Or is it just still linear? Because I am a halfling.
The plant will block it. Don't worry, guys. The plant will save them. I mean, I was gonna say to be on the order. I was gonna yell. I see he's doing the finger thing again, guys. You might want to move.
I want to say it's happening so quick, you're not gonna realize.
Then I'm readying firebolt. They're on their own.
I was gonna ask if I could see Lucius so I could see if he's charging his laser beam, but
There's no way you're gonna be able to see.
Yeah,
Lucius.
there's no way you
then
see me.
I'm
There's a
staying.
fat fucking clown in the way.
Yeah, I'm staying.
Hope you got a good deck save.
Um.
Oh, and I know it's every creature in my mind. I am unexperienced with this spell, and I'm ready to eager to use it as far as Lucius goes.
Can tell.
I'm overly eager to
Oh,
use my
it's
lightning
all-
spell.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. Fucking play it, dog.
Karn's about to fall over again, but it's okay. 1
Karn-
HP.
I mean,
What, 30?
I'm trying to do as much damage to him because I have 13 HP, and this man's probably just gonna smack me and kill me.
It's okay, Lucius. What did you talk about the other day? Well, sorry, Ryza. What did you talk about the other day? You just need one.
Just need one.
You only need one, buddy.
Don't worry, you have key points to heal yourself, right?
Not enough.
I guess I'm giving you a greater healing potion later, unless you have some still.
If it makes you feel better if I die, you can just take my jar of ointment and give yourself some HP.
Lucius, it's been an honor.
You know what? Since you're gonna aim upward, just roll me a plain d20.
Oh boy.
Natural one.
Please.
Don't whiff this.
Please.
Do not.
Please.
This is gonna be the one time I do natural win. It's
Right,
a 4.
Fuck him up. Yes, queen.
You
So where's the
Ew.
lightning going?
fire your lightning attack, and it goes straight across the room, directly at finger level.
There we go.
Which you got Thinko, you got Lylena, you got Karn.
Do I at least roast the plants that are right there?
The plant
No,
is-
that's bad. Wait.
Yep. The plant is roasting and smoking.
Oh
You're
my god.
You're just.
And you did 33 damage.
Yep.
Well, they have to make a DC. They have to do the save.
Yeah, you gotta make your saves.
It's what, a half damage if they pass it?
Yep.
Oh, I failed. I
so is this at normal or disadvantage?
Should just be regular.
Yeah,
Too
just a
regular.
regular.
I'm so glad I
Holy shit!
Questions never to ask.
Oh god.
Did our clown friends save?
We don't know.
That's what
All
I'm
we
scared.
know is we
He
failed.
saves.
Oh my god, Raizo, what have you
What's
done?
your spell save DC?
16.
It's 16.
Oh my god. We're gonna die.
Reminder, there is now a burning poisonous plant next to you that you may or may not know about.
Now, with that, everyone roll initiative.
God.
Well, this is probably where I die anyway, so.
I don't know, maybe he'll
Yeah.
see the 1 HP monk and fixate him.
I would say guess for flavor, Karn's in so much fucking pain he keels over and is now prone.
In the meantime, while everyone's doing initiative, Lylena and Karn, you can do your flavor text of what are currently looking like right now.
Oh, Lucius hears from over here. Ah! You know, screaming.
Everybody just kind of hears a very familiar, because you've heard the scream earlier in the day if you were nearby as he got blasted. Another very painful grunt and a collapse onto the floor as Karn is basically holding himself up. Well, on all fours.
Hey, you have 1 HP, you're fine.
Also,
Also,
he
Lucius.
is one.
Lucius is fast as fuck this time, boy.
I mean,
You're not
Yep.
getting away from him because retaliation, but I mean, you could tempt it.
Just shoot another dead lightning bolt. It's fine.
the only thing else I could do is summon my spiritual weapon, which
I thought
probably
you were
isn't gonna do it.
slotless now.
I'm 3rd level slotless. So,
Oh, you have a second?
Yep.
Why did you not use your dildo?
Because I mean, when we walked in, and this is why, when we walked into this place, I had already had like my lightning primed and ready. So like I've been holding it the entire time, just ready to fucking blast.
And anyway, he started blasting.
I started blasting.
Does Lucius feel a little bad for hitting his friends?
I don't know yet.
It's been about 6 hours, 7 hours.
Oh boy. Oh. Rail's fast too.
Ephraim and Ashrin, which one of y'all want to go first?
I'll defer to Ephraim.
Rael, Lucius, which one of y'all want to go first?
All right, I can go first. I'm pretty sure he has a higher dex than I do.
Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were gonna fight something today, but not this guy.
Okay. I think that's everyone in correct order.
Looks like it.
Rael.
Going to use my bonus action to triple knock my bow and shoot at Mr. Clownman. Fuck. Pretty sure that's a miss, huh?
That is a miss.
Alright, second attack. 21 hit.
That one hits.
Alright, so that's just normal damage. Unfortunately not. That sucks. 6 points of piercing. And if he is not immune to psychic damage, he takes an extra 3.
Okay, he takes extra 3.
And that's my turn.
Lucius.
Not good. I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon with my bonus action. Right next to me. Well, right here. And I'm going to try to ram him back through the curtain. With an attack. Let's see. I don't think spiritual weapon can actually move a character, but worth a shot, right?
It's force.
The spiritual weapon. Yeah, it is force damage.
I'm gonna allow it.
Hey.
So
Uh,
go ahead.
Go for it.
I was gonna say after he's moved back to the curtain, that's when I will see that the flowers are gone and there's friends that have been zapped.
Yup.
Like, oh, my bad. And I'm gonna try to move back over here and just tuck myself into the corner as much as I can.
Okay. Eve?
Can I still see Mr. Clown Man, or is he behind the curtain now?
I mean, the curtain's wide open, but he is past it. Yeah, you can see him.
You said there was a purple vial on this table earlier.
There is.
Can I improvise and grab the perfect purple vial and throw it at him? Or would that be too
Yeah.
much action economy?
I mean, use your action, your bonus action. I think it'd be fine.
Okay, I'll do both. I'm gonna attempt to grab this purple potion. I have no idea what the fuck it is and throw it at him and see what happens. Hopefully it breaks on him. Or he catches it. Who knows?
You're aiming at the ground with him?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to aim at the ground on him. So, or no, you know what? Fuck, that's stupid because it's not gonna break on him. I'm thinking like stupid thing. I'm just gonna I noticed Karn's beat the fuck up. I run up to him. I offer him my last greater healing potion. I'm assuming he'll accept it.
That's a wait. No, he takes it.
Isn't that your turn that you take it, or is it my turn you take it?
You can force feed me. Yeah, you can
I
force
am
feed me.
I am forcing you to take this healing potion.
As you see Karn vomiting blood after getting zapped.
I slap him a little bit and then shove it down his throat.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. You get 12 HP back.
Hey.
You owe me a potion. Well, Lucius owes me a potion. Alright, you got 12 HP. I am going back to this corner because I have a feeling that plant is not safe right now. Wait, is that plant still there? No, I don't feel safe here either. 5, 10, 20, 25. I'm just gonna hide like right here, between the dead plant and kind of on the side of the dresser, or not dresser, whatever it is, bandy mirror. And my turn.
Ephraim!
Sweet. So can I tell if this like Benko dude is holding anything?
He is currently not holding anything.
I guess shit's going down. So I'll just attack him with my axe. 21 hit.
Oh yeah.
Heart Splitter.
That's a nice name.
Is that an actual axe, or can you customize the name of the weapon?
You can customize the name.
Customized.
I
9 slashing.
Nice, nice.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you can do that on Beyond.
And,
That's pretty cool.
Cool name, not cool where it got the name from. And I think, yeah, I'll just stay put.
Okay. Astrid! Who's hiding underneath the bed?
No, I will get out, stand up, rush over to help Ephraim, and we're doing this, so I will attack with flanking. Okay. It's been so long since I've actually done attacks. So it's a 15 to hit on the first attack.
It's on the dot.
Okay. Which gives him 8 points of damage. And then second attack. $27 to hit. 9 points of damage. And the third attack. 23 to hit. For another 9 points of damage. And as I rush up while he's defenseless and slash multiple times across his back, and I snap a kick to his head, causing him to perform a Constitution save or be stunned.
Nice.
What's the DC?
If I can ever find things on my sheet. Stunning
He's
strike,
got a
DC
15.
14 con. He got a 15? He's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Deco. Let's see. He begins to mumble. And then shortly after, a long staff with a red gem at the end of it appears in his right hand. He's going to use his action and he's going to cast a type of freezing spell. The staff swirls and swirls in the air. Icicles begin to form, and then he slams it. I need. Let's see here in the area effect. Oh, this is huge. Okay, everybody needs to give me a Dex saving throw.
Oh no.
What dice do I roll? They've all been failing me tonight. Oh, it's not too bad.
Right, bye guys.
Bye.
Surely he has a
You
low,
got 40 HP. Don't talk to me.
It's probably just gonna stun you or hold you.
Was AD10 damage.
Don't say
All the dice.
I don't know. I haven't heard a roll yet. I'm still a little happy.
Yeah, I'm still listening for the sound
Oh,
of
there
dice.
it is.
Oh, man.
That's not even me.
Oh, good thing I gave Karn some freaking health. Oh wait, no, he's probably fine. Unless it's half damage.
The only one who succeeds is Karn.
Oh my god.
What?
Everyone else, you see the floor getting encased in solid ice, and it begins to shiftly, in a split second, engulfs you.
We just got diamond dusted.
Everyone
Oh,
takes
oh no.
7 points of damage, except for you, Karn. You take half.
7 points of damage.
So
Yep.
4. It's rounded up, right? So 4.
Then he's going to use his movement. And he's going to go to the trapdoor.
Cool.
Do we get opportunity attacks?
I'm going to say currently your arms are free, so you can. both you and Ephraim.
Not sweet.
You have
This is-
advantage. You have advantage because he's leaving the square that we're flanking.
Wow.
Both of them. His AC is 15.
I crit.
Oh,
Holy shit.
nice.
Fucking kill him.
One
I'm
shot him.
also going to apply stunning strike again, so DC 15 con or 14 con.
He got an 18.
That would have been awesome, though.
Trying
uh,
my best.
definitely
11
roll.
points of damage.
Very good, very good.
Oh, actually, and because his attack bloodied me, hold on.
Uh-oh. Angry cat.
Angry cat. Yeah, okay. I also get that reaction, so hold on. Oh, never mind. It's all the same, because my reaction is opportunity attack anyway, so it's all the same.
So you're bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyone who can see Ashrin, notice him transforming into the same type of creature that, if y'all remember, back in the fight when Dan was chained up with the whole big mirror thing. He's emanating massive amount of black aura. His eyes are pulsating with it. His claws got a little bit longer, and black smoke is just emanating off of them.
I
Is it
didn't
the same-
realize it was another creature. I thought he was the same.
Still him, but it's just added effects.
Is it the same smoke that was like? That's the same smoke that was coming off my arm.
Oh.
Interesting.
Thanko
Yeah.
looking
This is
a
what I was
little
talking about, Catman.
cat. Yeah. Thanko starting to look a little beaten up.
Go get him, Karn.
He opens the lash up and jumps in and closes it.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, this is awkward.
It's your turn, Karn.
Oh, that's my turn. Okay.
Yeah,
He
you're the only one
he-
that's not frozen.
He just jumped through. Fuck.
He uses the remaining movement to do all that.
We're still in initiative.
Yep.
Amazing. Okay.
The moment, real quick, the moment he opened the thing, you hear Valsa's voice and grunting and mourning, and you hear chanting.
Ah,
Amazing.
shit. Here we go again.
Shit.
From the opened hatch, right? The open trapdoor.
Yep.
Assume everybody hears it. Oh.
How are you guys adding the restrained? Are we restrained?
Yeah, you guys are your feet are encased in ice.
How do you add that?
Conditions.
Oh, okay.
Karn can literally do nothing. Karn's gonna see Lilena's whatever portion of her is encased in ice. And he saw him jump through the trapdoor, so that negates whatever I was going to do. Karn's gonna try to free Lilena from the defrost by punching.
Punching. Okay. Okay. Roll to hit. Line, whatever your AC is, add +2 to it.
22
That's
AC.
good at 22.
Yeah, you have to be at 22.
Nope.
You have to beat a 22 to hit it? Wait, you're trying to hit me?
No, I'm trying to beat the ice.
Oh, the ice has a 22 AC?
So the first one was a natural 4, and then I rolled a 14 plus 8 is a 22.
Okay. You free her.
Let's get everybody else out. And then to return the favor for Eve. Karn's gonna punch Eve in the face. No, punch the ice.
I have a 13
And-
AC with the
and
ice.
and while Karn is running over, he's gonna throw that massive mean glance at Lucius. And I see you.
I have a perfect picture for what you just sent him. I'll post it on the Discord.
Tell me, so to be fair.
23. 15 plus 8.
Yeah, if you can beat an 11 AC plus 2, I think you're Gucci.
Eve is not free to.
Alright, so I freed Helena and Eve. Yes. Yes.
Oh, bless you.
Does that end your turn? Oh, the little kitten sneezed.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Mario or the Luigi look.
Yeah. That's Karn's turn.
Okay.
Because
Lylena, you are free. Sorry, Karn. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because Lylena is the fucking tank.
Wait, what?
I said Lylena is a freaking tank, so it took 2 hits to try to get you out.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do the last thing I've got. I'm gonna go to the middle of the room.
She's gonna guiding bolt him. Do it.
He's not here anymore, man. He's in the trapdoor.
No, Lucius.
Oh, that would be funny though.
We don't care about the stupid clown. The clown did less damage than Lucius.
I am the enemy now.
Look at me. I am the clown now.
I really can't break this ice, so I mean, I guess I could try with. I don't know. Okay, so Mari, I'm gonna use my flute. Would you allow my flute to try and break the ice? With the damage it normally does to, like, enemy things?
It's radiant damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they won't have any effect on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought she was about to heal us all. Never mind. I'm sad now.
I am.
Oh, you can heal, but when it
But
comes to like doing
the damage doesn't. Like,
yeah, it wouldn't have no
wouldn't do
effect on
anything.
it.
Okay. I take out my flute and I play a short little thing, and you get 1d8 plus spellcasting.
Ham and eggs.
Oh yeah, 8 plus. Hold on. What's my fucking spellcasting modifier? 8 plus 8? Is that 14?
Proficiency
14?
modifier?
Is it
8 plus-
proficiency or spell attack modifier?
If it's your proficiency, you're definitely not at +8 yet.
It is the spell attack modifier.
Should be
Oh.
on your sheet. Probably a 4 or a 5.
Spell attack mod is probably proficiency plus your spellcasting
That is 8.
modifier. Then it's 8. 8 is 8.
So I guess we're getting 16.
8 plus 8 plus an additional 2 from my blessed healer perk trait thingy.
So 18.
Yeah, because that's technically a first level spell, I think.
It's pretty strong for first level.
Well, it's I only have 2
Just your
charges of the
hover-
stupid thing, yeah. And it's the beefy, crazy, fucking DM item. Yeah, it's a first level spell, so it's 2 plus 1 hit points extra with my healer ability.
So what's the total?
16 plus 3.
19.
Everybody gets 19.
Don't worry, I'll fix Lucius up. Don't worry, I got the plan.
He's
The warmth of your song.
He is in range.
Oh, yeah, I've been raged, man. This is a small round.
The warmth
Oh,
of your
no.
song passes over Ashrin, and Ashrin's dark aura fades out.
Does it not heal you yourself, Ellie?
It healed me.
Oh, look at Lucius with all the HP over there. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that momentarily when I get his feet out with Firebolt.
20.
Oh, you're gonna get me out? I'm sure I'll be fine.
I'll get you out if you can't get yourself out. Oh, you have a dildo that's gonna get you out.
And my bonus action. Wait, that was my bonus action. For my action, can I whack at the ice on Ashrin's feet with my mace?
No.
How do I use my mace? I've never
Chance
done
a
this.
hit.
Here we go. 12.
Ashton, what's your AC plus 2?
19.
I don't.
No.
I hit it, but it doesn't do anything. I'm just like whacking at it.
Too dense. Too thick.
Right,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Ryle, you're up.
I'm going to take out my decanter of endless water, gel geyser, and salt water is going to spray across the room to help melt the ice.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, hold on. Doesn't salt plus water plus ice equal it burns like a fucking motherfucker?
It also means it melts, so
It won't burn you.
No, it won't burn you.
Have you never put ice on your skin with it? That shit burns, man.
Well, then we're already burning from the ice. That
Yeah.
it won't get any colder.
Okay.
We're also level 6 adventurers.
True. Okay.
Don't give Mari ideas. Is the point we're trying to say.
Shut up, physics. Shut up.
With that, I'm gonna say that the salt water gushing and filling up the entire place up, it'll negate the +2 and give you advantage.
Yay.
okay. That's my action, so that's all I got.
Lucius!
I'm going to try to use my spiritual weapon to pry myself from the ice. What check would that be? How would I go about this?
Chance to hit.
Alright, here it is.
This has to beat your AC.
You have advantage now too.
And
unless-
yep.
Lego.
Don't worry, if you don't get yourself out, I'll get you out.
Man, my AC is 15.
You are free.
Firebolt
Damn.
him in the face.
I'm gonna firebolt him anyway. But I'm sorry, I didn't see you were out.
Sure, go for it. Firebolt. It's not that I couldn't see anybody on the other side of the plane, but sure, firebolt me.
Nah. If it was Coldy, she would firebolt your ass.
Would you like to do anything now that you're free?
The trap door situation move is it's like open. Can we go down it?
It's closed and locked.
Oh boy.
Anne's got time to cast a spell, then open the door, then close it back up.
This guy's got a good action. He must be a fighter. Action surge.
Action surge situations. Wait, do we have not that one? This one. Yeah, I can get over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna start investigating the trap door again.
If only we hit the stupid door.
Hit the door. What?
No, if only we covered the door and had a little bit more time to bluff him.
Well, we didn't.
Give me.
Forget that.
Is that the cat?
No, but yes.
For you, give me both a perception and arcana.
That checks out.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Open, please.
Perception. Excuse me. Wrong one.
I mean, just switch to mod.
Oh.
Plus 1d4.
Okay, so it's basically like your typical trapdoor. Flings upwards. It has a lock on it, but there's no keyhole.
Well,
Yeah. And Velsus like didn't say anything. He just like like we could see what he did for a second. So he just like opened the door and close it without saying anything. There was no open sesame or anything like that.
I'll say everyone give me a perception check.
I got nothing.
My perception is so good until I roll so low.
Well, at least someone might notice. Mom?
Bunch of tens.
I zoned out for half a second. Why are we rolling perception?
To see when he went down, did he do anything with the lock?
Yeah, did he do anything with the lock? Did he say anything?
Lylena and Rael, you notice he did like a slight movement and there's like little sparks towards the lock.
Ah, he has a lock spell. Lovely.
Okay. It's not my turn, so I can't say anything.
I mean, that's all I can do.
Okay. Eve.
Firebolt Lucius in the... No, I'm in Firebolt Rael's feet. To get him out, hopefully. I think you're a little tough.
That misses.
Yeah,
you have advantage.
You have advantage though.
I
so-
failed the advantage roll. I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Oh, I see.
Well, I just walk over here, and I already used my action, so I can't really, unless you let me bonus action an Arcana check. But
You can.
okay, 12.
That sounds pretty simple. You recognize it's like the same. There's like a little barrier around it, and it's similar to the one that you and Lucius had to concentrate and break a rune.
Okay. I can't stay it on my turn because I have no more actions, but I will end my turn staring at Lucius with my mouth starting to open up with a response.
Mind you, you've heard me already say my bad after I got to a better place. So I got to a position.
I'm gonna say initiative is paused,
Okay.
so everyone's free.
First with the highest chance to hit, break the people out, please.
Probably Carnation and Ephraim.
And I will pass on the info that I have been told about Lucius. We need to focus on this lock again. No lightning storm this time, please.
No promises.
So,
I just relayed to everyone. Thanko came in apparently concerned about all of us snooping around or causing trouble or something. So I don't know if we like scared him into running away or what.
Burley's down there. We need to help him. But
Oh.
I don't. I'm exhausted. I don't have anything left. Ryle, is there anything that Eliwick can do?
Lyle.
give us a short rest.
Yeah, I said
please.
Lyle. My bad.
Unfortunately, she can't communicate with us here, and anytime we dwindle might be more time they have to do what they want.
I'm gonna get down on one knee and take a dandelion scene out and wish that we could, essentially for the sake of brevity, have the benefit of a long rest. Basically.
Oh,
Heal up, get all of our powers back. And that's my wish.
Oh.
oh boy.
Roll me a plain d20. A golden light emits from this little seed he's holding. The light spreads and engulfs each and one of y'all. A similar of warmth and happiness engulfs y'all. And y'all gain a benefit of short rest. Unfortunately, not a long one, but a short rest is a short rest.
Hey, the monks are fucking happy now. I'm actually happy too because I can get some slots back.
As the golden light dissipates, the seed floats up and vanishes.
Well, monks, it's time for you to carry us.
Short rest time. I don't get a benefit from my short rest time.
Good enough.
How do you roll the hit dice?
Click on short rest. You'll see your hit die. You'll see a B and it's hit. Click how many you want to roll. And that's your short rest. Oh sweet, I got my OP spells back.
It just rolled one though. I told it to roll 2.
You have to keep rolling.
Oh,
I think
okay.
The tabletop point, the VTT only accepts one at a time.
Well, Lucius, I got a fireball.
I will move out of the way.
I got one level 3 slot and one level 1 slot now.
Ignore this roll if it rolls anything.
And I have my 2 berry spells that Mari gave me.
Okay.
Wait, do I get sorcerer points back in a short rest?
I thought you did. Unless it's a higher level thing. Because didn't you use sorcery recover your slots?
I could. Dang. No, I only get them back on long rest.
Rip. Well, I got our AoE covered, boys.
But I also haven't used any of my sorcerer points yet that I just realized, so now we're still good. Everything's still good.
Actually, do I want to get a level 1 slot and a level 2 slot back? Because I would get Phantasmal Force. Nah, with the AoE. Fireball's too good.
Karn will just walk up to Ashrin real quick and just go, "Hey, you back with us?"
Yes, and Lylena said you reach for my pack. Don't do that. There's something very dangerous in there, and we can talk about it after this whole ordeal's over, but for now, just if you see me in that, just avoid me.
I glance at my right bicep where I assume there's probably marks. Karn nods and just says, "Noted. But I'm glad you're back."
I guess a moment I would say, I would look at Lucius and say, you remember that thing we did with the runes before? I think we gotta do the same thing here. But please be a little more, we can see your characters over there, Mari.
That's fine.
My player vision. But I would say to Lucius, we need to focus our arcanes on this again, preferably not with blasting our party members.
Was it? I never knew blasting the party. That was
Yeah,
something else entirely. Okay.
But anyway, we need to focus if you want to.
I will attempt to do the same thing I've done before. Focus my arcane energy into the room.
And I will focus my arcane energy into a mage hand to smash the rune.
Not as good as the first time.
I did better than last time, so maybe it'll be enough.
Combined, it is enough.
So I start smashing.
The rune disappears. The lock breaks.
How are we on time for? I think most of the time it's Ashrin.
I didn't want to mention anything. We're in the middle of encounter. It's kind of hard to stop. So
That's what yeah.
It's like a good stopping point as any, because I smell combat on the horizon.
Yeah. Hello.
what's Amari?
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Well, do you
Will
wanna go
Lucius have a third
into
slot again?
the next room?
We could do that at least.
Yeah, I'm down for
That's
it.
where the combat is.
We're gonna see a room full
Well, we
of
don't know
blood.
that.
Now you're trapped for the next 7 hours.
Do we
Sorry,
need-
fuckers.
You need another Arcana check from us?
No, y'all broke the lock and everything, and the barrier disappears.
Early.
So we're going down.
We're
Is that
going
what we're
down with the
doing?
sickness, apparently.
Alright, I'm gonna make a mastiff.
I'm gonna take the lead, I guess, and go down first because I would rather get hit than other people.
Oh, she wants to tank for us finally.
Hey,
I
I've
will
been
use-
doing that, okay?
Roll me a dex saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, me? Oh,
Everyone.
oh.
We didn't look before we
buddy.
leap, apparently.
Who's our rogue? Oh, okay. I thought
All
that was
right,
another-
guys, this is on par with my dex saves. I rolled a 4.
I rolled Dex, but it's the same modifier, so 20.
Oops.
I can
Yeah,
fly too, mind you, if we're about to fall into a pit.
I did roll.
Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
What's up, Rizo? I hear you.
I heard somebody tapping on the mic, and that's just what kicked in.
It's probably a marshmallow.
Was it Marshmallow?
Probably.
He just got up from his nap, so he's moving around.
Oh. Okay. Y'all jump in one by one. The fall spraying like the blackness engulfs y'all. You keep falling and falling. And then all of a sudden y'all hit the floor. For those that got 15 or above, you land pretty decently. Those that got 14 or below, you take
Oh god.
6 points of damage.
Is this fall damage?
Yep.
Okay. Slow fall.
Yep.
Laughs and monk.
Sorry.
And
Laughs and cat.
Yeet.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of rune do we drop into? Let's find
Yeah.
out. Oh no!
Cool.
Another summoning
Hey, it's
Oh,
another
and a
mirror.
mirror.
We know what to do this time. Is your spirit weapon still active?
it is. It's down here with me.
Oh,
Barely
Burly.
no. Is the pumpkin
Yeah.
still on his head?
What does
the
the
puck is
match?
smashed.
No.
But as y'all land and gather up your bearings, you see Thanko the clown. You see Valsis standing around a similar circle that you saw before, with a similar mirror, with chains connected to huge metal balls, along with 2 chains on each side of the walls. Burry's legs are chained up. His arms are chained up, currently spread out, similar to how Dane was. Over here, you see a table, pretty roughened up, with broken equipment. Some of them are, well, not everything's broken. There are a few broken potions, some equipment that's brewing some stuff. You see black liquid bubbling up. Over here, you see a chest, slightly open. And for those, I want to go ahead and do a perception check.
As is normal.
That's live. Perception.
You guys ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Nah.
I mean, now we know we gotta kill Burley this time. We can't let another Dane run away.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. For those who got a 16 or above, glancing over at the chest, slightly pried open, filled with a bunch of stuff. You see fabrics with dried up blood. You see toys poking out. You see different cloth-like wings and a bunch of other random junk that you can't really see. Behind you are 2 huge cages with some toys in them. Glancing at the floor, there's fresh blood and there's a lot of dried up blood.
Shit.
The room is completely smoky, kind of hard to see, but you can still see pretty okay for the most part. The circle is covered with 4 candles lit up on each side. The mirror straight ahead has a black aura shining directly over Burley's body. And I forgot to mention this. As y'all are falling, you hear the voices say, "They're here. They caught on." You hear the similar voice that belonged to Valsis says, "Fuck. We're doing so good, and we're so close. We just need a little bit more time." But then you hear Burley make like a grunt This stupid idiot here. Caught on. Should have killed him a long time ago.
When we hit the ground, can we tell Burley like the condition of which Burley's in? Like, is he at least alive? Like, obviously we can tell like he's fucked up, but
He's breathing. He did make a noise. He is extremely fucked up.
boy.
Well, we're gonna kill him. We're gonna have to fireball him. But I guess that'll be another time. Rip.
Dun, dun, dun.
We just wanted to see Mr. Light.
Yep.
This isn't
Oh.
Mr. Light.
And Astrid. Forgot to mention this part.
Oh no.
Near
Uh-oh.
what? Near the circle are a few black stones that has red, purple, and white cracks emanating from the center and moving forward. Your shadow starts emanating itself again from its pack, and you hear its voice saying, "Stones. Take. Mine, mine, mine." And for that, we'll end it there.
God.
Clarification.
Oh,
He's
shit.
the only one who heard that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, good thing one of our monks has his senses and has all of his punches back.
I got nothing.
I have a fireball, or I could do something else.
I have sorcery points.
I got nothing.
I'm a turtle.
Nice.
Oh boy.
I will say, my bad. I should have gotten rid of the second bear a little sooner. I didn't realize it would have been that long, but
It's fine.
It's okay. It ultimately resulted in Lucius lightning bolting the two Izumar in the group. So that's
Yeah,
fun.
can't-
great.
I
Blame
can't wait
the
to hear
dust.
I can't wait to hear
Huh?
the notes on this.
Because I got the opportunity to not do that, but then 20 decided 4 was the optimal choice. So you people got blasted.
Yep.
And the best part is, I think you did more damage than the clown did to us.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
He
You
just
did.
froze up
did.
and left.
68 damage, I think.
He did 33 damage. What do you mean?
Yeah, I did 33. What are you talking about? Just 68.
Times 2.
Yeah.
Oh, times 2? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's 66 damage.
Well, get some better
I
deck saving
see.
throws. How about that?
How about you don't shoot me with lightning?
He didn't know you two were there.
True.
Yeah, he didn't know.
And I didn't know he was doing the thing, or else I would have done something, but I didn't.
Eve didn't
to
have
be
time to
fair-
react.
To be fair, I did come into this room shouting, "Motherfucker, this is a stick up" with my lightning gun.
Yeah,
pointed.
but it was a while ago, okay?
There should have been heads up that this man's ready to blast lightning. So I started blasting.
Oh, you blasted.
Oh, we blasted.
To be fair, that's the first time I've shot my own teams, and now I know that it can, from Lucius' perspective.
Yep, that's great.
Oh, don't worry. I have a fireball that
so
can cover
glad.
the whole room.
I could have been your guinea pig. I'm glad.
So is fireball a 40 radius or 40 diameter?
It's 20 diameter, so it's 40 max everything, right?
That's what I thought last time, but then
So from the center of the circle, it's 20 out in a radius.
so it's a 40.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hit the whole room with fireball. It won't hurt you guys, right?
oh,
Yeah, boy.
I like where your
Hey,
head's
tu
at.
brute!
E2 Brutus? I mean, I could
So-
hit them.
So I'll do you a favor and auto-fail my dexterity check, okay?
Why would you
Uh,
Why would you accept a fireball?
Why
Because
would
I
you
can-
fireball the group?
He's a turtle. He's resistant to fire. Duh.
No, I can just go into my shell and automatically kill all death checks
Oh.
because I'm in
Yeah.
my shell, so I can't fucking do anything in there.
Okay. Well, I'm
It's
gonna end
alright.
the stream. That was really
I'll
fun
t-
though.
I'll just
GG, guys.
fireball Burley. It's fine.
I'm excited for
Oh.
hopefully next week that we play again because I don't want to wait another fucking million weeks.
I guess
Sound a
real
little
quick,
bitter
does-
there.
Does Karn notice the aura again coming out of his pack?
Oh boy.
You know what? Yeah. Give a perception.
15?
Yeah, you notice it.
Karn just goes, fuck.
Murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill. Oh, GG.
GG, guys.
GG.
It's really fun.
That was fun.
Thanks,
I'll
Mari.
See you next week.
Gracias.
Actually.
Hey, 6.2 Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh, yeah.
I have raid on Tuesday.
Yeah, mister, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to figure out what we're doing because we were doing DSR where we suck, so we decided not to do DSR anymore.